Hello and good evening, everybody. Our first game coming up for the CivFR Squadrons in the Season 11 will be played between Sumer version 09, which we have seen a little bit of in the qualifiers, and on the other side, we got Ornithorynques Academy. We've seen in the previous season Ornithorynques Academy, and I do believe we're going to need to see how they changed this time. I'm pretty sure they actually got quite a bit of more experience on their side, and with the first season on their belt, I'm pretty sure they're gonna do very well now. Going against Sumer version 09, it will be quite a challenge for both of them. One of them a new team, the other ones of course will want to keep their slots over there, the experience, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna need to take a look at each of them, how they will evolve during the next weeks. Lead skills, good evening sir, and good hello there. We do have also the Loon, good evening sir, and welcome TB Wedge, thank you so much for the follow. I did also see Muzzle Chen, good evening, and I thank you so much for your worry over there, and of course your cheers. Yes, unfortunately I did remain with a little bit of a thing over here on my lip, on the bottom lip from yesterday, but it's fine now, it's actually closed, so it's all good. Lizard the Wizard, good evening sir, and welcome Brody Butthead, good evening, I hope you're still around here. If not, of course I do hope you're gonna come back soon, and we're gonna have a great time on the stream. And Sasu again with the best of the best emotes on Twitch over here. Woo woo woo, look at that movement. Good evening sir, and welcome. A big shout out to Brody Butthead. He was the first one to actually write a message here on the channel, and of course thank you so much sir. Looking at what's going on, we do have the 7 Seas as a map, and I do want to put up really quickly over here, yeah, there we go. Actually, I just need to click on this. We do have them reading up in the slots, and I do want to go through both of the rosters. On one side, we do have a Sedition 37 with Feanor, with Geoffrus and Speedy coming up for Sumer version 09. On the other side, on Ornithorynques Academies, we're gonna have Tempete, Elrohir, CANARD, and Phileas showing up for their side. They look like they didn't actually get to ban the first pick in time, and unfortunately they did quote-unquote randomized over there. It remained as a random leader. It is Japan. They were saying, of course, désolé, DSL is désolé. It says, well, I'm sorry. And they did pick Japan as the first ban. Since we've seen actually 7 Seas for quite a few times, of course, a naval map, we're going to see them try to pick quite a few of those civilizations with naval bonuses, but you can do well with land civilizations as well. Not to mention those tundra civilizations. There's a decent amount of tundra for them to develop in, and something like Russia, like Canada, might actually be a good entrance in this game. We do have Maori taken out as a next pick, and I do want to actually quickly take a look at something. While they are doing this, I do want to delve a little bit in the organization of this. We do have now actually 2 maps being banned. Primordial and Pangea Standard Ridges were banned out of the bat for the first week, and then in the second week we're going to have Lakes and Continents and Islands banned, and there's quite a list over here. If I put it up on the screen, you do have quite a list for the bans each week. They did randomize them from the beginning. Yeah, why they're not playing Coupe, right? I know, right? Why they're not playing Coupe? Amazing civilization over there. Definitely we want to see more Coupe in the game. We do have Victoria taken down, and it looks like they're not going to take the chance with Portugal in the game. Mali also taken out. That was my next thought, by the way. If they took out Portugal, they left Mali, and no, they actually took out Mali. But of course, we still have Spain in the game. We still have Dido. We've seen what Brazil can do yesterday, and I'm pretty sure something like Indonesia could be also on their choices. Now, of course, according to the preferences and so on and so forth, their experience on different civilizations, leaders, and all of those good things over there, we will see them pick accordingly. We do have Maya taken out as the 6th one, and it does feel like that, you know, is a targeted ban. We haven't seen Maya that often in the games, and when we've seen it, it didn't really shine. You know what I mean? Didn't really go that way. Most of the time we've actually seen Maya lose the games here. So I'm a bit conflicted about that. That's why I'm thinking maybe there is somebody from these players that really likes Maya, so they just targeted ban him. Now we do have Sedition 37 going for a first pick, very important one, Philip II, which of course can actually shine very, very nicely on the 7 seas. We do need to see what Phileas and CANARD were gonna pick for Ornithorynques academies. I gotta say, if we're taking a look at the 2 teams here, I do believe Ornithorynques Academy has a little bit more experience on their side as a team, while Sumer version 09 are relatively new, right? They only have a few weeks, and they just got to enlist in this tournament, to register in the tournament, and managed to win the qualifiers. That's very important. The qualifiers that was made to actually put them directly in the Division 3 and not in the other divisions like 4. It was quite important. Yeah, we got actually 5 divisions. Can you imagine? We got 5 squadron divisions right now, and they are playing in the Division 3 with them. I'm actually gonna make a command at some point to list all of these divisions, so we get too easy. Take a look at them. Mitashki, good evening, sir. What's the first ban? It was Japan. They actually banned it here in the chat because they somehow couldn't take a look at it. Circa Sesian, good evening, sir, and welcome. Yes, I can show the basically there's the same series. We do have 7 seas as the map, standard map size for 8 players, resources standard, strategic resources standard, world age new, ridges definition is set on classical, so you do get the ridges popping out at the how to say, not on the continent splits. No barbarians, no pins. Well, actually the pins are allowed here, and that's about it. Also list all of these divisions. Yes, I do need to make a command with that. Definitely need to make a command with that. Thank you. Give me a second. Maybe I can take a look at right now. We do have 4 picks over here, with Dido picked up and Hungary by Ornithorynques Academy. On the other side, we do have also Kublai, China, being picked up by Sumer version 09 with, can you imagine they're going to actually have Spain and Kublai in the same team? Definitely, I'm worried about Hungary being over here, maybe able to apply that power across the map. It's going to be important, and we do need to see how that will evolve. Give me a second, I found the thing over here. Okay, let me see. Add command CivFR season 11. Okay, and now I'm gonna need to list all of them. Bam. I don't know how to actually place them. I think, okay, a thing like this. Okay, it looks like Rome is actually picking up a ban here in the second row, in the second draft. Okay, making the command right now, by the way. It just takes me a little time to be careful to actually do everything proper here. Okay, there we go, and then I'm gonna need to do this. There we go. Then I'm gonna need to do this and link this. From what I see, actually they have different referees for each of them, so very nice, very nice. Let's see, does the command work? Good evening, Halos. Hello there, sir, and welcome. Also, strategics are standard in the CivFR, it looks like. We do have also Zulu taken out, and let me actually figure out if the command works. Season 11. There we go. Exclamation. There we go. So, oh, no, wait. From the second one, it started being weird. After the second one. I don't know why. No, I'm pretty sure I actually put a space there. Oh no, it's no space. Oh my god. There. Okay, let's see. Slash exclamation mark CivFR season 11. Now it's good. Now it's good. So you have Division 1, Division 2, Division 3, Division 4, Division 5, each with their Challenge 1 brackets and, of course, the teams in them. I do hope I can actually put them over here also in the stream title, CivFR Season 11. There we go. I don't know why I didn't do this before the stream. Seems like I should have done this. We do have Catherine de Medici in the 9th choice, and it does seem like Gaul is going to be the last one. Interesting choices over here. A lot of civilizations have been left open, and especially on a map like 7 Seas, you can make use of quite a few of their bonuses. Canada, Russia, Basil, Mongolia, Persia, Cree, all of them are ripe for the picking over here, and we're going to need to see what Elrohir is going to go for. Quite surprisingly, they did go for these ones. Well, yeah, I mean, sure, it does seem like... and you can't really ban them all, so you might as well ban the ones that you know your opponent will want to go for, and ban the ones that you don't really want to go against. So maybe they feel comfortable going against civilizations like Cree or even Mongolia when it comes to that warfare. Now we're gonna need to see what they will do here. It looks like they're taking the good old time to pick the first civilization out of the second draft. It is going to be Ornithorynques Academy picking up Peter in this roster. And yeah, Peter, it's definitely going to be great when it comes to that culture victory. We've seen multiple openings with them, and we do need to see if that's actually going to happen here, if we're going to have any kind of religious gameplay. Geoffrus immediately seeing the weakness, the chink in the roster, and we do have Basil II picked up with... quite an important part, how to say, quite an important power spike when it comes to those tagmas. It can benefit very much from attacking units and taking over those cities. We do have those heavy and light calves doing amazing work. Speedy is gonna go for Montezuma, which I gotta say I'm a bit surprised about this, but since they do have Philip II and Kublai Khan, it does feel like Montezuma can benefit from more of the gold from them. So we might see later on in the game Montezuma here gather as many amenities as possible. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we'll see. I was thinking, you know, Montezuma is for quite a few times dependent on the map continent split as much damage as he can get. It's dependent on how many amenities he can gather and of course improve or settle on, and we're going to need to see how the map looks like. We will have one remap token for each team, so that will be a possibility for them to take advantage of, and also we're going to need to see if they're going to manage to discover those discover the proper vision before they make a choice. Tempete is gonna go for Pound Maker, and he is gonna benefit from Cree. Actually, quite surprisingly, yesterday, even with a very high roll Cree spawn, we didn't really see him shine when it came to the defense. He was getting attacked by Catherine de Medici because, of course, Catherine Paul, being played by Paul, did notice Pound Maker did go immediately for commercials, and there was a little bit of a time over there, a window of opportunity that he could pressure his opponent with. The land also did favor the push, and Cree just couldn't handle it. We do have them actually right now opening up the lobby, and do hope we're gonna have them also quickly retiring the tournament draft. I think that's how you say it, right? Retirer le tournament draft, s'il vous plaît. Oh man, the accent. I need to get used to this accent, by the way. I'm wanting to say turn off the tournament draft, but I think that actually makes it, right? Yeah, there we go. Oh, and look at that. They actually are asking for spawn guaranteed, by the way. They're asking for spawn guaranteed resources. That's actually something that we'll need to take a look at. If There are a few more things that I need to specify here about the tournament, and let me actually open up the screen so we can translate. There is a single civilization autoban for this season. It is Saladin Sultan. Babylon is available, so are all of the other new civilizations. As they come around, they will be by default all of them banned, of course banned, and if they don't communicate to the contrary. So if they don't say specifically they're going to allow or deny a civilization. The season will be with the patch live, and let me see, we do have some movements over here. The BCY, that's the better city wheels, will be deactivated. For the moment, the wonders for BBS and Lysenford and the Triangle will be banned, or I should say the Marvels BBS, Lysenford and Triangle will be banned. Mont Servin, that's the movement. I forgot how it's called in English actually. No, Chaussée des Giants, I believe it refers to Giant Causeway, will be available. Okay. Good evening, Rafifi. Bonsoir, monsieur. The mountain in Switzerland. Well, you say the mountain in Switzerland, but I have no idea what that is. I think it is the one that gives you extra movement speed and the culture around it. I totally forgot, or the damage in the hills. I totally forgot how it's called. I don't know why. Like I have a blockage right now. Anyway. There is a document for all of the rules that can be shared over here if needed, and as you can see, we do have quite a few things that are not taking advantage of right now. So they did allow Babylon, it didn't get banned, it didn't get auto-banned, and they did allow all of the other civilizations sold. Matterhorn, exactly, Matterhorn. Oh my god, thank you. Yes, Matterhorn, that was what I was looking for. Thank you, merci beaucoup. And it's at the Italian-Switzerland border. Thank you so much. Oh, we gotta drop really quickly here by VTC. I hope he's gonna come back soon. Also, Circassian, why Sultan banned? Is it OP? It looks like they are considering him OP, especially with those extra eels. I believe it did get toned down with the new patch of BBG from 10% to 5%, but it's still a bit too much. Yeah, it's a little bit too much. Thanks, Wiki-chan. Yeah. Okay, so we're slowly getting into the game. We're gonna have a quick pause for VTC, but we can actually take a look at the map here. Looks like we will see the northwest Byzantium, and looks like Byzantium is gonna be coastal. He does have Ayutthaya to take out if he wants to, and he's gonna be close to Montezuma. They can trade coastally if they want to, and this is gonna be a good economic zone between them. Yes, I know. Byzantium is not really well known for its commercial fondness or even harbor fondness and stuff like that. He will probably want religion. He's not going to have that many trade routes and so on, but I'm pretty sure Montezuma will, and I'm pretty sure also Montezuma wants to get those trade routes towards an ally at some point in the game. Now, for reform the coinage in the third age, maybe with Wisselbanken, maybe Wieselbanken actually, he will get those nice and juicy yields going. Of course, taking a look at the land here, in the south, Byzantium is gonna have China to the southeast as an other ally, and doesn't look like he's gonna have an opponent really close to him. There will be Daido here to the southwest, which is kind of far away. I wouldn't really think this is gonna be an available choice even in the Tagma timing, especially with the mountain range to the northeast. Maybe Aztec will be in much better position to actually do something about Phoenicia here. We're gonna need to see how this will evolve. Phileas will have his own challenges to go through, of course, with the land and everything, but looking at his available coast to the southwest, he will be fine. Edo 7, does Montezuma have a continent split? Good question, good question. Let's actually take a look here. Yes, he does have a continent split. He's also going to have one amenity from the beginning. He just settled on those olive tiles, and it does seem like he's going to have quite a few rivers to go for, to the south, to the north, to the west, to the east, to the northwest, and so on. VDC is also saying that they shouldn't pause for the spectators because he crashed. Okay. And he crashed, I think. See, un crash. Anyway. Also, good evening, Edo. I do want to take a look at the civilizations in order of the teams here. This was suggested quite a bit of time ago, and we can actually take a look at the vision of the different teams. We do have Aztec with Basil relatively close to each other. Also, China is going to be close to them, while in the middle there will be Dido. That's going to be quite nice. I also see another civilization to the west of Aztec, which also has a continent split. You can see Kazakhstania and Baltica are split actually 2 tiles to the south of 1 tile, 2 tiles to the south of Spain. He is gonna get a decent amount of cities on the northern coast on this waterway, and from what I can see, he has fresh water from these rivers. The biggest question would also be, what is he gonna go for? Is he gonna go for harbors, commercials, and so on and so forth? Definitely he's gonna want a lot of traders, and I'm pretty sure Spain over here will want to use the continent split to his advantages. Since he can settle a city to the south, he can plug in Magnus there and then keep on settling to the north his other cities. Shouldn't be that hard to do. That actually brings us up to China. Next up, Beijing is gonna have fresh water from a lake, a 2-tile lake here, with some geothermals in the south. He also has a continent split. That's actually 3 continents of potential amenities for one team. Not bad at all, actually, I might say. Yeah, 3 continents. So it's white, it's purple, and it's gonna be green continent over here for the next one. I don't know why I have to, wow, lol, kick. I actually needed to shift enter there, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. What is the continent? It is like us in Canada. yeah, it's a weird continent split. Okay. We do have a scout being pumped out in 2 turns from Beijing, and he does have a decent mountain range to develop those campuses next to. I'm pretty sure China will also want to send those trade routes towards an ally, and he does have that ally in the form of Constantinople to the north. Byzantium will need to put a few cities towards him, and of course the same can be said about China. Get a few cities towards the north so they can start trading relatively early. China does benefit quite a lot from early trade routes. If we look at Kublai China over here, we do have him getting the 1 culture, 1 science per international trade route, and of course he's gonna receive a random eureka and inspiration when establishing a trading post in another civilization. Very important. And oh, did I just click away that? Yeah, I did. So Sedition actually got the first relic in the game. Montezuma over here is gonna be well on his way to getting the first pantheon. He does have 1 culture tile to the east side, another possible culture tile that he could acquire, and I can see he can settle the diamonds to the north as well. He has truffles over there. This is gonna be quite nice. A lot of potential amenities here for Montezuma. I do want to quickly go through the other team, and let's see, CANARD here with Russia. He's only gonna have a few tundra tiles to develop his cities on. Not really the ideal placement that you would want Russia to be in, but he's definitely gonna try to make it work. Hello there, Forever Young versus Tranquility again. This is a game coming up from the CivFR Squadrons. This is Sumer version 09 versus Ornithorynques Academy. Also, 2 left-hand channels. Hello, how are you doing? Did you enjoy the games a few days ago? Amazing games, amazing games. Forever Young and Tranquility were amazing. I'm gonna need to put up the team labels on the screen here soon enough so we can actually see exactly who is who. On the left side, we got Ornithorynques Academy. On the right side, we do have Sumer version 09. Settler coming up in fourth from St. Petersburg. I do want to actually quickly take a look. He's in the south of Spain. Not ideal, by the way. Spain is definitely going to get the +5 against Russia. This is, I think, best placement for Spain to actually try to keep Russia as much as possible contained during the game. We do need to see also Cree. Cree has not that many of those cattle places, right? 1, 2, 3, and all of them in the third ring. Not ideal placement for him. He can settle another few cities to the north, to the west. A lot of rivers for his commercials. That's not bad, but a lot of work, a lot of builder charges will need to be plugged into these tiles so he can get everything good out of them. Also, we do have Hungary with amazing geothermal fissures to the north. 1, 2, 3 over here, and I do see him buying out the 3 tile away. Whoa, 2, 2. That's a long way. That's expensive. To left hand also asking why am I asking is that stream description is wait, it is? I think you need to refresh, because I'm pretty sure I changed the title. Yeah, can you please refresh the browser or something, because I'm pretty sure I changed the title earlier. Also, I always say Russia on 7 seas, always on the sea. Yeah, true. Hungary over here. We'll have the 4 Pearl of the Danube bonuses over here to the north, to the west, across that waterway, across the rivers. He's gonna get that extra production towards his districts and the buildings in them. Next up, I think we got only one more civilization to talk about. That's actually Dido. We've seen him earlier and saw his land a little bit. He's the one that he's gonna be between 3 opponents. Not really ideal placement, but he can develop his empire to the southwest and a little bit to the southeast, where he's gonna need to close those chokes towards China. Not ideal, definitely not ideal. If you don't really want to have Phoenicia, yes, he can do his own, he can keep his own and so on and so forth, but it's like it's one of those civilizations that you rather have simming than worrying, you know, like there's a lot of gold generation that could be made by him, there's a lot of cities that can be settled, and the fact that he's not gonna get the time to do that, and he's gonna get pressured by his opponents and punched in the face and going through mud and so on, and it's just, you know, a bit a bit weird. You're saying also it must be some kind of glitch, so yeah, no problem. It is the new team names for me also. Yeah, we do have new teams coming up over here, and this is something that I always like to do, to see the new teams coming up from the multiple divisions that we have in the different competitions, because I feel it is very important to see the who's, you know, the shining stars, because these players are always like, I've actually multiple seasons we've seen teams grow up from Division 3 to Division 2 and then to Division 1 and so on, and the fact that they do get some streams going, they do get some commentary, it does help them improve quite a bit. They get to see the third perspective over here from our view. They see the comments that you guys make, they see my comments, they hear my comments, they also see here afterwards, they also see afterwards all of the information available that wasn't available for them in the game. Remember, the teams do have limited vision, both of them, so they are working as much as possible on the limits of their available information. Now, when we're watching the game, we do have a lot more information available for us: the map, the resources, the possibilities, the continent splits, and so on and so forth, which does make quite a difference. How on earth could Tranquility fall to with such level of play? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's a very good question. I think Civ Australia just put up a very good show. So there are two things that were pointed out by Justice yesterday in that matchup. First of all, Tranquility felt a little bit tired when it came to their games, as in they were always playing in way too early in the morning or way too late in the night for different players, and that actually how to say, mattered quite a bit at the results. Well, the same can be said also about Civ Australia. They do the same thing, so I'm not sure if I would really like put too much weight into that. Even if I do, of course, definitely relate and I do understand what they're saying, I do also see the two sides of the coin at the same time. I think they had the best of 3 series. Maybe they underestimated their opponent. Maybe they didn't actually bring their A game going, and they paid for the price for it. It happens. Like Civ Australia did an amazing job from the beginning of the tournament until this moment in the tournament, and I'm expecting it to do a great job in the next part of this tournament as well, in the CWC. The same can be said about Tranquility. I'm pretty sure both teams are very, very strong. Dido had great fish there. Yes, in the previous map. We did have a remap already, and I gotta say, I didn't actually put a prediction. I guess we're not gonna see the prediction for that. I'm sorry. I got distracted with so many other things. Let me put the team labels on the map, on the screen here, because since there are new teams, I'm pretty sure you guys don't really recognize the name, so it's much better to actually have. Ornithorynques Academy will be OA. Actually, Orni Academy. Maybe I can write this. It's enough to. There we go. Orni Academy. And then on the other side we got version 0.9. There we go. It should be visible right now for the most part. You should know whose team is which. And there we go. On the left side we got Ornithorynques Academy with Elrohir, CANARD, Tempete, Phileas on the roster. Phileas, by the way, is the one that made all of those amazing logos. Oh my god, unbelievable. By the way, he's been doing quite a bit of work there for the teams, and they look amazing. I can only say good things about him. Now on the right side, we do have Speedy, Sedition with Geoffrus and Feanor coming up for Sumer version 0.9 tonight. Let's quickly take a look at what's going on here on the map. This time we're actually going to take a look at Cree and start up with Ornithorynques Academy, I guess. We do have Cree with, again, not that many pastures. He does have 3 of them that he could improve. I'm pretty sure he's just going to settle in place. And there's no reason to actually move across from there. He's just going to lose time. He has no two to get, to acquire. He has mountains for his campuses, and from what I can see, once a river that he could develop his cities on for some commercials. Not ideal, but could be worked. We do have him also to the north with oh wait, oh man, is this Byzantium? Wow, that's Byzantium coastal, guys. Oh my god. Okay, and he's on a peninsula. Oh, okay, we're gonna get there when we get there. Rozo, thank you so much for the follow, sir. Also, Rafifi is making a few translations here. Canard means actually duck in French. It can also designate a newspaper. You've Canard the PC or Le Canard en chaîne, for example. Okay. Le Canard en chaîne. You know, you gotta put the accent in there, you know, like definitely I need to learn all of those French accents that I need to express myself when it comes to the stream. Looking at Peter, this time he's gonna have, man, that's such a big tundra. We do have him with so much tundra over here, amazing. You can actually see he's gonna get so many cities to the east, to the west, a lot of fresh water. This is good land for him, and we do have him settling on a geothermal fissure. He's gonna have a +3 campus right next to his cities, and a deer tile for those, you guessed it, the Temple of Artemis. Bariga 67, thank you so much for the follow, sir, and welcome. He is on a coast, and from what I can see, he's not really going to be worried that much about it. He might even want to settle a connection city to the southwest so they can trade coastally with Phoenicia. This is going to be an economic zone for Ornithorynques Academy if they do manage to do that. Next up, we do have Hungary. Tempete is going to be to the south. He can also settle a city to the north and get some coastal trade routes with Russia. I gotta say, you know, like, not really ideal for Russia to make a lot of commercials. So he's not going to be the one sending trade routes, but he's going to have trade routes sent to him. So very, very nice overall. The city of Bura this time is going to have 3 of those tiles to improve to the south, and I do see a silk tile here, a 2-1. I also see he's going to have an awesome second city over here next to those amber tiles with another 2 culture points to acquire and develop his empire with. Quite a few rivers for the settles for the fresh water, and I see the mountains over here. They will be quite big. He's going to need to be careful here where he's gonna settle, because the land is kind of, you know, constricting his movement. We do have also, last but not least, Dido to take a look at. Dido is going to have a faith point from the beginning. He does have a dice style to work. I hope he's actually going to grow into the fish to have a 3-1-1 working with a 1-3-1. So he's going to get the faith and the growth in the city. Now I believe he's actually working the 2-2 for a little while until he actually grows. I'm pretty sure the city will grow into this fish tile. Yeah, we do have him also with that available option to go for the trades with St. Petersburg. A lot of coast can be settled, and it doesn't look like he's going to have an easy way on the western side where that economy will be made for Byzantium. Byzantium and somebody will need to trade here, and we're going to need to see if they actually want to keep this map or not. What do you think, by the way? I know I didn't put the poll, or I should say the prediction for the remaps, but what do you guys think after seeing this map a little bit? What do you guys think? Should they remap or not? You actually have emos to use, or you can just write down remap or no remap in the chat so we get to feel of the stream viewership. Meep, good evening, sir. This is a pretty sick Russia spawn indeed. Cool Whip already calling out the remap here. Let's take a quick peek over here on what did I just say? Quick leak. Oh wow, okay. We do have a Speedy with a possible settle on the T tile. He is gonna get quite a few cities over here on his island, but if there's somebody that you don't want free simming somewhere in a corner, it's definitely Byzantium. He's gonna have a hard time here finding a target, and of course just sending away those tagmas to somebody. That's just, yeah, that's just not ideal. The biggest issue is, do they know about, they won't know about this. They will not know about what's going on here. Oh, like, you can't predict how the map looks like, right? So this might be land over here. This might be connected to the west side. He doesn't know. He doesn't know it is not connected. This might connect, and it does indeed connect, but it is so far away from Phoenicia, it doesn't really even make sense that it connects. Wow. Okay, well, let's quickly take a look at Geoffrus. At least Geoffrus is going to have a good land to work with. He does have some fallible terrains in the capital, and it does seem like he's going to have a lot of marsh tiles to the north. Some silks, some amber tiles to improve, and I do see him benefiting from one big continent, the white continent. On Aztec, by the way, we also have one big continent. It doesn't look like he's going to have a continent split at all, and he just got a builder, a 2-charge builder. Spain, at least he is going to have a continent split, and pretty good second settle over here with multiple 2-2s with a possibility to get a city on another continent. So many cities can be settled on the Mu continent. That's going to allow him to get those double trade routes if he gets a Magnus in the southern city. I do also notice he's gonna have the coast on the west side to improve as well. Nobody's there to actually stop him from doing so, and I'm pretty sure with some very well placed harbors, wink wink, he is gonna get a lot of stuff. Wait, technical? Oh, they lost the pop? Wow, that is so lucky. Lucky, lucky, lucky. Wait, who lost the pop? Oh. That is so lucky. Wow. Yeah, Byzantium drone gameplay incoming. He didn't even have where to send those drones, man. Fafnir, good evening, sir. Hello there. How are you doing? Wow, honestly, I couldn't predict this happening. That was so lucky over here. Okay. Well, we are loading into the new map and we'll see. Okay, so new map, new positions for the civilization's leaders, and we're going to slowly take a look at each of them. It does seem like this time we're actually going to take a look at starting with actually Aztec. We do have Sumer version 0.9 on the right side, and Aztec is going to have a continent split. Okay, I mean, this is much better. He also has Cree to go against on the west side. Elrohir is going to be over here, and it doesn't seem like, oh, it does seem like he has an ally to trade with on the east side, in the form of China. We also have Phoenicia here in the southeast, and looking at the capital city of Sedition, he can surely settle that to the southwest. Needs to make sure, needs to be careful, because that's also going to take away from a city in the south here. You can see there's not going to be enough tiles for him to settle a easy city in the south, unless he goes for the non-freshwater coal tile. We do have him also with two amenities in the capital in the form of diamonds and silk. From what I can see, he's going to have quite a few cities over here to settle in the other spaces. And Asia on the west side does benefit from geothermals. On the east, he doesn't have that much, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm pretty sure he's going to be fine here. Looking forward, we do need to take a look at Geoffrus with China. He is going to have the land to the south and to the north to develop in. I do see a lot of distance between his city and the eastern city over here on that river. It's gonna take a while to get there, and I'm not so sure he's gonna be that happy to send his early cities there. Now probably he's gonna settle the north, probably he's gonna settle the south, and then gonna go in west, where he does have much flatter tiles to go for. I'm also thinking maybe a Temenanki could be a choice here, and Lady of the Desert Marshes, especially with so many floodable tiles. I'm pretty sure this might be an idea that he might have in his mind. Of course, other pantheons would be City Patron Goddess for this civilization also. Looking in the northeast, though, he's gonna have CANARD very close to him. CANARD over here with Russia will need to be careful. There is a river right close to Beijing over here that might connect those empires. We do have Feanor with where is Feanor? Feanor is over here with a continent split. Again, he actually, this is 3 out of 3, by the way, continent splits. He can move on the geothermal on the west side, and I think he should actually. It doesn't really matter on which continent he settles at the moment. Both of them are going to be equally spaced out, and I do believe quite a few cities can be settled. He doesn't see that much, though, and he does also have the opportunity to go for a 2-2 base on the east side if he wants to, but there we go, the geothermal. It was way too juicy to pass, you know, like this is like a donut in front of a cup, you know, like it's just, oh, you have to eat it, right? You have to eat it. Chocolate cake, chocolate cake. And we do have also Feanor with Matterhorn to the northeast. The Matterhorn did get a few different bonuses this time around. I believe Matterhorn gives you that extra culture around, and the damage has been toned down a little bit. Or land moves ignore heals for the rest of the game. That's it. So you don't get any more damage. It used to give you like a +3 or something in heals. Now it doesn't give you anything damage wise, but it does make your units ignore the heals for the rest of the game. Not bad, not bad. I mean, you can imagine conquistadors that ignore heals for the rest of the game could be quite nice. The thing is, he's actually close to Speedy, which as you can see is the next civilization to talk about. The Speedy over here will also have that ability for the Tagmas, and this is gonna be awesome. And he does have a target to go against in the form of Hungary in the south. Tempete over there is gonna have quite a handful with his opponent over here. Giga Campus in the north for Aztecs. Also Favnet asking us, will you watch The Last of Us TV show? The Last of Us? Is that a TV? I don't know. The Last of Us. I am not sure I have seen it, actually. Oh, is that made out of a game, or is that a game made out of this? I have no idea, honestly. I've never even thought about watching this or not watching it. I guess I'm gonna try to watch it. So what is this? Joel and Ellie, a pair connected through the hardness of the world they live in, are forced to endure brutal circumstances and ruthless killers on a trek across post-pandemic America. Oh. I mean, this sounds nice. You know what this sounds like? This sounds like the one with the book. What was it? The Book of Eli, right? This sounds like the Book of Eli. Oh my god, it's amazing. That movie was amazing. It's a video game that was it's been released on PS3 10 years ago, developed by Naughty Dogs. They did Uncharted and Crash Bandicoot. It is more like I Am Legend. Oh, that's also a good movie. Okay, definitely gonna watch it. Thank you so much for bringing that up. We do have Constantinople actually getting a scout out. I do see them actually on turn 4 here. He does have quite a few campuses to bring up, and I do think he's gonna go for, or he should go actually for the holy sites. Yeah, astrology coming up in 4. Looks like they did meet Matterhorn. Okay, it's fine. He's actually getting the booster. That's up with Sumer version 09 civilizations. Let's actually check the Ornithorynques here. The Academy boys will need to show us the way. Let's see. Tempete, 4 tiles for that very nice juicy Pearl of the Danube bonus, the extra bonus towards districts and buildings in them. Has Mount Roraima to benefit from on the east side. That could possibly be a second city, but I don't think he's actually gonna find it before turn 8. By the looks of it, he is just about to pop a scout next turn, and yeah, that's just that might not be enough time. But anyway, a second city on Mount Roraima would be quite nice. He does have a decent amount of bonuses to acquire, and of course, being so close, he's actually gonna get to reap the benefits from. We do have him with multiple rivers to work with, and since he does have Byzantium to the north, he's gonna need to be careful about this. Byzantium is actually in perfect distance to get those tagmas towards his opponent, and he does have Matterhorn to also benefit from. You can imagine those tagmas will move quite quickly through the hills. We do have CANARD to speak about. We did glance a little bit on him. He does have 2 deers in the capital. Looks like he is pumping out a settler in 4. Does have some mountains in the north to benefit from, and the river basically snakes its way towards the west and the east side. Is gonna have a very early city-state in the form of Jerusalem, which is gonna be nice, giving him all of that extra faith in his land. CANARD is gonna have nice yields coming up from those lavras. From what I can see, he's not that far away from actually discovering China is there as well. China might put this builder in danger. It doesn't have what to do with it. It's a 4-charge builder, and it is gonna go right close to Russia's warrior. And we do need to take a look at also Poundmaker. He does have 1, 2, 3 of these patches in the capital at the moment, with possible second city to the north having a 4-5 actually. Looking at the ivory, looking at the 2 cattle tiles, the 2 horses, can definitely be acquired and improved. We do have him with a settle coming up in 5, and I do see him benefiting from a nice settle on the tobacco to the west side, or next to the tobacco on the 2-2, wherever he wants to. Actually, he could go multiple cities here, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A lot of cities can be really quick and good cities with a lot of food, extra production hills and so on. This is quite a good land for Cree. Not close to his opponents, except if you take into account Aztec, which is probably gonna bide his time, take quite a bit of expansion and so on to do an army. I think the last one that we need to take a look at is Phoenicia. Really quickly here, Phoenicia looks like he's going to have his own coast to develop on, quite a few islands to just settle and reap the benefits. He also has Spain on the same sea, so we might see them fight. This is going to be quite interesting to watch, and I would still prefer Spain in a 1v1 over here against Dido, but it depends a lot on the players' choices, and of course what they're gonna do to overwhelm or get some advantages against their opponents. What do you think, guys? Remap or no remap? What do you think? Really quickly, we got like 19 seconds to go. 18, 17, 16, 15. What do you think? Remap or no remap in this case? I would actually say no remap in this case. No remap, right? Yeah, no remap. I feel the same. I feel the same. Right now, there's like no major reason you would want a remap. And yeah, there we go. No remap. No remap it is. We do have them going for this. Choo choo! Let's go! And we do need to take a look at how each of the players are starting their opening moves. They're just starting to pump out the settlers. They didn't actually get that much vision over each other. And you see that Chinese builder is running away as fast as possible. Oh my god, look at the Chinese builder go. Man, his feet are on fire over there. You can see it burning, the wheels burning. Okay, so really quickly, I do want to put the prediction on the stream here, so we do know who's actually gonna have a win condition, who will win. Let me put it down, version 0.9, and on the other side we do have Ornithorynques Academy. Okay, and 30 minutes to go for. Yeah, run for your life. Okay, so I'm also, by the way, gonna need to get some juice going. I don't know for what reason, but I totally forgot to get some juice here. We got to talk about Elrohir first. We're just gonna go left to right to see their moves and have another stab at their strategic resources. We do have a war declaration being sent between them. Settler coming up into from Mixivoachik. I do see an iron tile to the west that could be easily improved. He could settle a city on the east, so he can get the horses improved as well. And from what I can see, he does have Aztec warrior bearing down on his cities. We're gonna take a look how this will develop later on. Does seem like, of course, has quite a few options to go for the second series, and I can't really say one is better than the other. We're gonna need to take a look a little bit, like in 5 turns, 10 turns, to see exactly what his moves are. CANARD with Peter gonna open up with a Lavra, or he already put it down to the southeast on that river. I do see him working on his shrine, and I do see him settling immediately to the west side towards his opponent, towards China, which is also trying to get more settlers out. In the meantime, that Chinese builder is still running away to the south, trying to figure out how he is gonna live, survive for the Chinese Empire, get some work done over there. We do have quite a few of these copper tiles in the city of St. Petersburg. 2 of them appeared here with, of course, the deer tiles. I do see CANARD going for animal husbandry, so we might actually see him improve these deer tiles and maybe get Goddess of the Hunt. I'm not so sure it is that valuable in this scenario. He only has like total 3 of them, but it will make his city grow a little bit faster, even though honestly I would even like look at that food here, right? The wheat tile would also give him that, so I'm a bit conflicted about this. The river goddess might mean a little bit more than this. He has a decent amount of rivers to go for. Extra amenity, the extra adjacency and so on would actually be quite nice. He did go for River Goddess. There we go, River Goddess as a choice. Tempete with Matthias Corvinus. Oh, by the wait. St. Petersburg does benefit from an iron tile in the south and horse tile in the third ring. So definitely he's benefiting from both of those. Oh wait, I mean there's no H in there, Rafifi. I'm sorry. Do you have another? I would say, do you have another suggestion how to name them, like Ornithorynques academies? Because I didn't put an H in there, bro. You put that H in there. I didn't put an H in there. Well, looking at Tempete over here, we do have a Buddha with a 2-3 deer tile, and Tempete is gonna get his settler to the northeast. Looks like he's also gonna get another settler in 5. We do have him not actually discovering Mount Roraima. This is a bit of an issue here. He's gonna want to discover this as quickly as possible, but his scout did go to the northeast and it did not notice what's going on here in the southeast. I'm also a bit surprised he actually settled Miskolc like that, because he's not gonna get that much bonuses for his Pearl of the Danube. Might as well, he could have might as well went across the river and bought the 3-2 banana anyway, so he gets at least 3 tile bonuses for that Pearl of the Danube. But anyway, it did happen, so he's gonna need to work around it. He's still gonna need to get some gold into that banana tile. It's very important to have that from the beginning, but in the meantime it looks like he might actually work the wheat tile with the 1-3 afterwards. We do have Phileas also with Dido. He's getting cities on both of these seas, and I'm not that convinced this is going to be amazing. Yes, with Aztec here to the northwest, he's going to need to keep a close eye on the coast so he doesn't settle a city there. But on the other side, we do have Spain that he doesn't know about, and I'm pretty sure that Spain will pose quite a few challenges for Phoenicia. He's going to need quite a few of these settles on the eastern side so he can get the production centers going for himself. Has a very good city in the north over here in the form of that 1-2 tile. He can get the +4 in Cotton and of course put down some more districts there. I'm pretty sure he's going to need to make the most out of what he has. It doesn't have a lot, but yeah, he's going to need to pump out a lot of settlers. We do have him with horses in the capital. I see Sidon does benefit from iron in the second city, and this is a question we didn't answer on Hungary. We do have Buda with an iron tile to the west side, 2 tiles out, and from what I can see, we do have horses. Where are the horses? No horsey? No horsey. Where are the ponies? Man, somebody left. Wait, isn't this guaranteed resources? Oh, it's 4 tiles. They're 4 tiles out. That is so bad. They're 4 tiles out behind the mountains there. Okay. Well, it is what it is. The town in the marsh with 4 districts on the east too. Yeah, very far away on the east. Yes. Let me take a look over here. You're talking about, they probably know about Spain. At the moment, they don't know about Spain, or are you talking about something else? Like, even if Russia did meet a warrior from Spain, he doesn't know if it's northern coast, southern coast, where is he? And he doesn't even see the loyalty. If you take a look over here, the loyalty is at least like 6 tiles away from that scout. It will take some time to discover that. But anyway, that's time that you definitely want to put cities in and spend that production on something. Speedy coming up on Basil II. We do have him already with fertility rates as a pantheon. He just got a free builder, and he's starting to put down his holy sites. First one up in the capital city of Constantinople. That's a +2. We do have him 2 turns away from getting a settler, and he did start to acquire those great profit points. We do have him with quite a few rivers over here, northwest, southeast, east, and I do see a significant amount of desert, which is not ideal at all. Good cattle settle over here in the south could be his next one up, or the May style to the northwest. In the south of Trebizond, he's also going to have multiple dice styles to go and benefit from. That's going to also put him really close to Spain, which is his ally. Not that bad getting those trade routes for Spain, but I'm pretty sure both of them are probably going to work internals for some time now. I am surprised about the placement of Toledo, by the way. It feels like it's quite far away, and it feels like it should have been coastal rather than on that tile, but I guess we're going to need to see what he's going to do with it. Yeah, we do have horses already improved by Byzantium, and he does benefit from an iron tile, 3 tiles out from Constantinople on the east side, so both strategic resources of the classical kind available for him to improve and develop, or gather I should say. On Montezuma, with the continent split he benefits from, he's gonna need to start exploring that. We do have him getting a third settler towards the west. He did get to improve his diamond tiles, the 2 tiles over here in Tenochtitlan, which does give him the opportunity to send one of those to one of his allies. Very important to give out those resources, so your allies will also have happy citizens. He's also getting some monuments for the extra culture, and I do see him at the moment on 4-2. He's probably gonna go currency as fast as possible. There we go, currency coming up in 17, and he did discover his horses to the west side of Tenochtitlan. Iron tile is gonna be 2 tiles out to the south of Tlacopan, with no iron in sight over here in the other part of his empire on the east side. I did also notice, by the way, Etemenanki is being built in Chengdu, the second city of China. So it looks like we might actually see one of those Lady of the River marshes over here being picked up. There is a Phoenician warrior sneaking around the Chinese cities, and I'm pretty sure China is aware this might throw a wrench in that Etemenanki build-up. He's just going to try to defend it with a slinger. We do need to take a look at China overall. He's getting his third city to the southeast, and I do see him escorting that with a warrior. Well, I say escorting it, but they're not on the same tile, nor do they have those units linked. He's gonna have quite a bit of road to go for. I'm very surprised, honestly, I'm very surprised we don't see him get the position over here in the north to defend against Russia. Well, I guess this Russian warrior made the choice for him. He didn't want to be aggressive in the north, especially with the Russian warrior, and go around him. He might have gotten hit quite a few times, and that might made him lose the settler. El Ragonzo, actually. Good evening, sir. No barbarians. Now, whenever we're playing, we see the 4v4s, the team setups. We don't have barbarians in the games. The free-for-alls do have barbarians in the games. Okay, and we do have to talk about the strategic resources. China does benefit from the horses to the southeast. Iron will be in the second ring of, in the third ring actually, of both cities, Chengdu and Beijing. Quite expensive to take and improve, but I'm pretty sure at some point they're gonna grow there. Feanor, Spain, coming up with much pleasure, by the way. Coming up here with the 2 cities. He's also sending a city to the northwest towards the diamond tile and the river. That's a lot of, oh my god, that's a lot of gold. That's 9 gold that he could get from all of these tiles, not to mention when he actually improved them with mines. But that's gonna be easy peasy gold generation from the beginning of the game. Feanor is already on 13, so yeah, that's very, very important. He gets the double gold from the trader, very important. Did also get the God of the Sea as a Pantheon. We do see him getting that extra production on the fish tiles improved in the capital. 3-2s, both of them, with a bit of gold sprinkled in as well. We do need to see him improve the iron tile next to Toledo, and from what I can see, he does have in the capital city horse tile to improve as well to the northwest of Madrid. He's going for celestial navigation. That means he's not actually gonna go and make a competition for the merchants, which at the moment are not really getting how to say, getting acquired. We do have a few civilizations going for the merchants. I'm pretty sure Tempete with Poundmaker and Montezuma or Sedition will go for those. While I'm pretty sure China should actually go for those as well. We do have Geoffrus first trying to take care of the Phoenician warrior, which is trying to stop that Etemenanki from happening, and it looks like he just lost the warrior, by the way. This is gonna be a one shot from the slinger. Boom goes the warrior there. He tried to get out, it wasn't meant to happen. Just not enough strength. I guess I'm not sure why he put it there in the second one, right? God of the Sea with a non-coastal second city. Well, I'm pretty sure Spain is now gonna actually get quite a few coastals here. Yes, I'm a bit sad about this second settle as well. He probably thought about the 2-2 has a better tempo, and he does have horses over there in the city. He did also have a few 2-2s to work. Well, I guess we're gonna need to see him make it work there. Okay, so now we ended up with all of the civilizations with the early moves. We got a few pantheons being chosen here. Looks like City Patriarchs is going to be the choice of Aztec, and we do have him getting the horses out. I also notice religious settlements for Phoenicia. We got Beijing, Lady of the Reeds and Marshes. There we go. Extra production coming up from these floodable terrain tiles. Didn't flood yet, and he does have 6 turns until Temenaki is going to finish and give him that extra science as well and production from all of these tiles. On Basil, we did have fertility rights. Spain went for God of the Sea. We got Hungary still needs to pick one, and he's actually getting a few slingers out to develop over here a defense. We also have Sejet being placed next to Mount Roraima, where he is gonna need to acquire some of these tiles, the faith and of course the science. Since he does have Mount Roraima, doesn't really make sense for him to use the +1 faith card, the God King card. He can just get the faith out of working Mount Roraima tiles. We do need to take a look at Cree also. We picked up God of Open Sky for his pantheon. He does have a decent amount of culture per turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 extra culture points just from the first 3 cities, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna settle quite a few more in this on these rivers in the south to the northwest as well. Has a city state to kill Ayutthaya to the northwest, which is gonna put him in danger. By the way, Byzantium is not that far away, and I honestly don't think they met each other properly here. That means, yeah, there we go. You do see Byzantium has not been spotted. That means at the moment they're making choices without taking into account Byzantium's power spike in the Tagmas, and of course its ability to project that power against his opponents with those units. It is going to be quite crazy to see when those Tagmas come out, and of course what target they're going to choose. They could go against Hungary, they could go against Cree. Both of them will have quite a bit of problem, especially if the Tagmas benefit from Matterhorn bonuses, and not getting to get stopped by the hills is going to make them move quite fast through all of this land, and getting so fast to the Cree cities is going to matter quite a bit, especially the Tagmas being very, very fast units anyway, right? They're heavy calves. We are turn 24. We did see all of the pantheons picked here except Hungary, which I think is going to pick it soon. Early commercials coming out from his city, so he gets those merchant points. The first merchant is Zankian, which will give him an extra trade route capacity. And at the moment, I have not seen a single encampment put down from anyone on the map. We will probably need to see a general here for Aztec. We're probably going to need to see a general here for Cree. Hungary, I'm not sure he's actually going to be that incentivized to get a general though. Yeah, I don't see. I am stopping a little bit thinking about the city states over here for Hungary. I was looking at the map to see if there was a possibility for him to actually get something going over there against his opponents, maybe from a classical standpoint, but I don't really see them applying that power. Maybe Jerusalem is going to be a choice, which I'm pretty sure is going to be needed by Russia over here. CANARD is probably going to need to put a few more points there, and we do see Spain also walking in with well, I guess, wait, that's actually his, right? That's his ally. He's not going to get that going. So I guess Jerusalem can only go to Spain here in the south. Oh, same team. So there's no amazing possibility here for Hungary to show us the way with the city-states. Look at these city-states, man. This is city-state apocalypse. What is this in the south? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cities that are on little tiny islands of themselves on the south, not really affecting the game in whatsoever. Oh, okay, well, I guess it is what it is. Give me a second because we have a bit of time here. I do want to get really quickly some juice going, and then we do need to take a look at the city-states. Pum, 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 pum. Tum, 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 tum. Wait. Oh my god, never mind. Okay. So, what do we have here? We do have Yerevan with Lavenda, Cinguetti, and Jerusalem coming up for religious bonuses. 4 of these religious city-states will mean a lot for both Byzantium and Russia. Russia is, of course, the opponent of Byzantium, so they will need to split them up accordingly or fight for them. Nalanda will be the only one for science. Looks like Auckland with Singapore, Hong Kong and Mexico City will be providing the industrial bonuses, which I gotta say, we don't actually have a civilization in the game that will go industrials first. It's gonna take some time to get there. Sangeli Anima, good evening sir and welcome. First time joining your stream, but been watching on you for a while. Thank you so much for the follow sir and welcome. I'm sorry I was away while you actually joined over here. I do hope you're gonna enjoy your time with us, and of course feel free to ask any questions over here in the chat. We do have Etemenaki finishing up in 2 turns, and I was talking about the industrial cities. Later on in the game, yes, we're probably going to see Spain wanting to get some industrials, maybe get Phoenicia, but we don't have something like Gaul in the game or Germany in the game, which does prefer very, very early to get those going. We do have Mogadishu as one single city-state that gives trade bonuses for the gold generation. Antananarivo with Ayutthaya will be benefiting from will be giving out those culture bonuses. And Russia took out one of the builders of China. A nice pick over there from CANARD. Didn't waste a beat and managed to overwhelm while sneaking one of these scouts inside there. On Nalanda, by the way, it looks like it is going to be a pocket CS to the south of Phoenicia. They should be careful not revealing it too early to to their opponents, so they get the most benefits out of this. Looking at what's also going on all over the other place, we do have Cotton's coming out from Phoenicia, started to improve his coastal resources, going for Magnus internals. Doesn't really have with whom to actually trade with at the beginning of the game. This is going to be a bit of an issue. Aztec is not going to allow him to get some damage done on those cities, and it looks like Cree will need to put a city over here. Both of them will prefer internals for some time, but I'm pretty sure Cree can actually get an economic zone with Phoenicia in the south of Aztec. Since Elrohir is putting cities one tile at least out of the coast, that also doesn't give him that easy of a time to put the harbors down and of course get the boats out to stop that economic zone from developing. We do need to see what Aztec is going to do over here with commercials at the beginning of the game. It does seem like more production, more food for his citizens will be the priority. I do have him going for Magnus in the capital. And I did see a religion over here, by the way, from Russia. CANARD is pumping more settlers out of his cities and is improving his strategic resources. I do see a builder going for the horse to improve it. We got actually 2 religions, Feed the World for Russia, a lay ministry also for Russia, getting the extra faith generation on the holy sites, and also culture for the theater squares. Feed the World giving him that extra food and the housing from the shrines and the temples. Byzantium did go for his trademark choral music with pilgrimage. He's gonna get the extra culture from his shrines and temples, and pilgrimage for the extra faith in his cities. Could actually convert Spain if he wants to get there. And it does seem like the war has started between Phoenicia and Spain. This actually gives Spain a bit of a heads up over here that he's going to need to deal with Phoenicia on the same coast. That's actually going to be quite amazing for us as well to take a look at how they're going to plan this out. Now we do see Madrid actually going for Moksha first. This is a bit of a surprise, I gotta say. We don't actually see him going for Magnus at the beginning, but he does want probably to get that to get the culture generation the beginning of the game, and then probably go for Magnus. He doesn't really have that many of these traders to work with, and I'm really curious to see how he's gonna plan out these city placements, so he reaps the benefits of Magnus. And of course we're gonna need to see where Magnus actually establishes. We do also need to take a look at Cree over here, getting those internal trade routes, getting a decent amount of culture coming up from his open sky. He does have 1, 2, 3 of these tiles improved, pastures improved, so 3 of those points. He's going to improve his marble, he's going to get another horse here improved, and I do see more settlers. Not really prioritizing getting as fast as possible those commercials down. You do see he put one down from Pashkov Ashik, but none from Mikisivachik or Wachik actually, or Pichtokahana Piwi in. We do need to see if Sedition is gonna send a few units, but there is quite an advantage over here for Aztec, because he does benefit from City Patreon Gallets. He's going to build those faster than his opponent over here, Cree, and those turns do actually matter. He's going to acquire the points. Hungary, in the meantime, actually doing projects for that first merchant. We do have 2 more turns until he's gonna finish another project from his capital city, while he's getting a few builders from his other cities there. I do see more commercials finished the next turn in Sejet, and we do have the internal trade routes working here. I gotta also point out we don't have that much land for Matthias Corvinus, and he definitely needs to be careful about the north. Settling the north right in the face of Byzantium might spell doom. Now we do have him with a few settlers to the west side, which you do see he puts him quite close to Spain, and it doesn't seem like he's gonna be that concerned about it, especially with the one tile chokes and the mountains and the seas. He should be fine. We're gonna need to take a look at it later on to see how he's gonna manage to get everything done here. He was also the only one who needed the Pantheon. Stone Circus looks like it's gonna be his choice tonight, and we do have him putting more production into the next settlers. He's gonna go for a 5th one a bit later in the game, but I guess 1 extra trade capacity does make it worth the wait. Interesting. Okay, so the government plaza placement of Spain does give me an idea that he actually wants to use Toledo as his center for Magnus. Usually you want to use your internal trade routes towards a city center that has a government plaza, maybe some diplomatic quarters, a harbor, or a commercial. So you get the most production out of it. Even in Kemet is of course quite good. Oh my god, Phoenicia actually survived with this Byzantium. Unbelievable. He should upgrade it. Promoted, bro. Phileas, do it. No, he did. He did. Those were the 3 galleys of Spain knocking on 1 single Byzantium, and that was quite a sacrifice over here. And it does look like Phileas is not gonna wait for his next year government specializing building of choice. He's not gonna go for the ancestral hall over here. MM Lee, hello there, ma'am. Hello. How many possible quarries does Hungary have? That's actually a good question. He does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it's fine. It's fine. Actually, I think it's fine. Stone Circus is going to give him a decent amount of production here. I look at these also 10, 11, 12. If he keeps on developing the east side, it's fine. Actually, that's pretty good. We do have horses coming up from Byzantium. Looks like at the moment Speedy is trying to get a few of those out. I'm actually quite curious what is he gonna do with them. Doesn't seem like he has an easy, or a fast target to go against, unless you take into account Singapore, which is gonna be quite northwards. Maybe he does want to put a little bit of pressure on either Cree or Hungary, but honestly at this point I wouldn't think that's actually that worth it. By the time these horses get to their opponents, it's gonna take quite a while, and I'm pretty sure both Hungary and Cree will get those classical units out. We do have the first great merchant actually recruited. Of course, Hungary did manage to get it. It is going to give him an extra trade route capacity, and we do need to see how he's. Oh, there we go. He already has those two trade routes working from Szeged and Miskolc towards the city of Bura, where he does have Magnus and his governor Plaza. These are going to be quite important. A boost for both of these cities. A bit of a lack of resources here. I think he would have done a little bit better with the happiness, but I'm pretty sure he's there we go. That's why he actually got the incense, because he was having a penalty in both of his cities, and now he's actually getting to a content level. We just popped into the classical era as well. We can take a look at their golden age options. Elrohir did go for a pen, brush and voice with multiple commercials finishing. He's getting a few archers out, settling right in the face of Aztec now. He definitely needs to get a positioning over his opponent, and I would definitely say that he should go somewhere in the northeast, or maybe he wants to get another city here. I don't know, but it does seem like he's not going to get to settle that corner he's sending it to, and settling across the river to an opponent, it's only worth it if you're actually going to be on the offense. If you're on the defense, it's going to make it much harder to keep that city, because you don't actually benefit from the river +5 defense. Circassian asking about the religions. Let me actually take a quick peek over here. Feed the world, lay ministry on Russia, Confucianism on Byzantium, choral music with pilgrimage. I'm sorry, I'm not going to develop it more than this, but I do hope I give you the answer. We do have Tempete, actually CANARD, sorry, CANARD over here to talk about. The Russia is also pumping out these horses, and it looks like he's going to be spotted by Spain, because he's doing that. Spain is also going to lose a warrior here. Whatever he does, he's going to lose a warrior to that horse. We do have actually horses being trained here by China as well, so both of them are actually getting some military units to work against their opponents and for them. Russia is also going to have the benefits of a few archers on the front line and putting more Lavras for that added nice face generation. Got his governor Plaza, no extra bonuses there, and went for the momentality golden age, and I do see 22 faith per turn. I can't really say this is that big, honestly. I can't really say this is that big, and since he did not improve any of his amenities, even with the +1 that he's benefiting from River Goddess as a pantheon, is not actually reaping the benefits of more production. You gotta work on this, right? You need as much as possible to improve the amenities at the beginning, and River Goddess just makes it easier. Like, you just need to improve one more amenity rather than two more amenities to get the bonuses. Looking at also Russia, he's chopping a few more horses. He probably is going to require more of these horses from his allies. You can see actually on all of the team, they don't have horses, nor do they have iron acquired at the moment. They did prioritize getting other resources, getting improved, and they are starting to slow down when it comes to their builds. They just don't have enough horses to build these. We do need to also take a look at Tempete, Matthias Corvinus with pen, brush and voice golden age. He's getting his campuses now. Miskolc just got flooded and unfortunately lost one of his wheat tiles. He put down a +1 campus to the west side, and that's actually not going to be... So first of all, it is discounted, but second of all, it's not actually going to unfortunately give him adjacency bonuses towards his other districts. Now we do have him again for another city towards the northeast. Looks like he is going to actually settle a little bit closer towards Cree, and we do see him closer, of course, to Byzantium. Wow, Byzantium actually plugging the chokes or even going against his opponent to the south. Very, very interesting here. With a few horses, he could do quite a bit of damage, especially if Hungary is not actually going to smell this coming from miles away. dangerous here for Tempete to not build up. We got Phileas with a free inquiry golden age. Very surprising choice over here. He's getting that 19 science and 16 culture. Definitely requires a lot of culture generation for his mercenary acquirement or development. We do have him starting to settle cities on the eastern continent, and of course he's going to put quite a few of these Cothons out. He does have a decent amount of science generated from these. Went for Moksha in his second city and Magnus internals. While he's pumping out settlers here, he's also doing some lighthouses in his main cities for those extra trade routes. Very important to get those as fast as possible. I do see another settler going towards the south somewhere, and this would have been an amazing campus if only there were no horses. Man, you can't chop horses. Why can't you like run them away from the tile, you know? Like... it feels like sometimes, especially in these cases, oh man, you'd love to have a mechanic of allowing you to run those horses away from the tiles. You know, move them, move the horses. We do have to take a look at Speedy as well. Speedy went for a monumentality golden age with 5 cities. He's also putting down theater squares, and I do really like the pyramids over here in Thessalonica getting built. This is going to be quite important for his next part of the game, so he gets an extra builder charge and a free builder. Going to be awesome if he manages, of course, to buy those with monumentality next up, and he does have 39 faith a turn worked at the moment. Chopped horses can make good lasagna. We do have Magnus establishing in Trebizond. He did settle on Sira next to those dice tiles, and he's going to need to improve them. I do see those 3 horses are actually going towards the south, and they will get spotted by Hungary over here. It looks like Byzantium, if he's not careful, will get spotted by a slinger here of Hungary. Audience chamber also coming up from Constantinople in his Gavron Plaza. I like how he's using his Gavron Plaza to give bonuses to other districts over here. He's gonna have quite a few of them reaping the benefits of that, and it does seem like Speedy right now is trying to get some chops going for the extra faster production in whatever he needs. First, I think he's actually gonna chop the audience chamber. Not bad. He does have 1-2 cities with that need extra food, and of course the extra housing. There we go, he chopped it. Sedition with Montezuma did go for 5 cities, and now he's putting down campuses. Amazing +6 campus in Malinanco. That's gonna give him a quick boost in his science, and you do see he already has the culture from that Pen Brush and Voice Golden Age and the triple, quadruple commercial opening. With the Government Plaza, he actually has a decent amount of adjacency towards these commercials as well, even if they are not on the rivers. He did build at least a +4. I'm not sure if he actually finished the Government Plaza before the commercial or the other way around. I think it was the other way around, so unfortunately I don't think he actually acquired the splendid bonus there. We do have him with a market also getting out of Tenochtitlan. Only 1 single trade route to use. He's gonna need to wait a little bit to build the next ones, and it will take them. It will take him a little time to do so. He's not really preparing for an all-out attack against Cree yet. He's just setting up his empire. He's getting those yields going, and we will see what he's gonna do next. When we're gonna see probably one of those encampments, that's gonna be definitely a triggering point, a change in his stance here. Geoffrus with 19 science and 21 culture on Kublai, China. We do have him on 3 cities at the moment, going against Russia as fast as possible, and you do see him doing quite a bit of damage here against these Russian forces. Russia did not go for Defender of the Faith, and he might actually he's definitely gonna get hit here by Blizzard, but it didn't seem like it destroyed that much, and it doesn't look like China actually had problems with this. Okay, that's fine. Maybe Geoffrus can take Builder. We do have the first general in the game. Russia is going to benefit from it, and that will actually allow him to defend a little bit better here in Astrakhan. I'm actually quite surprised we don't have him immediately moving it to Astrakhan. No, oh wait, did he? Oh, this guy doesn't have any movement yet. Did he buy it with faith? Oh, I think he bought it with faith. I was wondering how was that fast. So I'm pretty sure he actually bought it with faith. We do have China also putting down an encampment. Just finished it. Oh my god, that is... Russia is immune... yes, I was referring to the damage on China immediately. And then I saw Russia. I don't think Russia is... so, how to say... The Russian units are immune, right? Units are immune, but there is no immunity for the tiles. So I was expecting him, for example, to lose maybe the Government Plaza or the sheep tile over here, but it looks like he didn't lose anything. Also, of course, his opponents are taking 100% damage. You can imagine China would have been hit quite a bit. Very interesting that he spent that 450. It's 450 faith to actually get that. I'm actually very surprised he had that faith to work and to get that. And now he did actually move Shunzu to Astrakhan. We do have more horses coming up from the west side, and Geoffrus is gonna go crazy over here, trying to take Russia's cities. There is a possibility for him to take over Voronezh though. Looking at what's going on, Geoffrus is focusing a little bit Astrakhan, but he has new forces getting to Voronezh. If he does manage to go around and across the river, and that's gonna put him in a good position to take that out. It does also seem like he's gonna unfortunately need to be careful how he's gonna deal the damage here, and we'll need to reposition, upgrade, and so on, and get new units out on the front line. 1, 2, 3 horses could take, but they're gonna die. Like if they take Voronezh, they're probably gonna die. Anyway, looking next on Feanor, we do have 18 science with 30 culture on Spain. Definitely a good gold income as well. He's on 35 gold a turn, getting audience chamber in Toledo, and I do see him getting those galleys out. He did manage to figure out exactly where Phoenicia is, getting his bases going. With Ainuk Tire and Biruta right in the vision of that galley. In a few turns he's gonna see everything that's going on here, and they're gonna need to plan accordingly. And we do have multiple lighthouses coming up from Madrid, Seville, and Cordoba. He does need extra traders to work for him, and I do see Magnus did establish in that Government Plaza city with plus a 6 campus also started up over there, getting him that nice and juicy science and culture. Definitely much better result than on Phileas at the moment. That it looks like that extra free inquiry science he's getting from the Cothons is not actually giving him that many bonuses at the moment. Dido no scouting galley gonna get pillaged. Yeah, I don't know why nobody. Honestly, I don't know why nobody. I was expecting him, especially after he saw Spain having the benefits of multiple boats here, to try to get at least a binding out. You do have Feanor trying to scout everywhere to see his to see his water, and you do see he sees the borders over here of Dido. On Feanor, of course, Penbrush and Voice, Geoffrus, Penbrush and Voice. We did see Chengdu finish Temenaki and benefiting from a decent amount of science. If you compare him to Russia, Geoffrus is 22 science and 28 culture, while Russia is 17 and 17. They do have oh my god, actually Russia doesn't have that much faith a turn. It's only 17 faith a turn, and Voronezh looks like it might go down. Looks like next turn Russia really needs to get one of these horses in, and Geoffrus has a chance of actually taking over that city center if he hits first. If Russia gets his horse inside, it should not die, or it should be extremely low HP over there. Of course, that also will mean the Chinese horses might need to do another trick, might need to go again against Voronezh, and will probably die. Taking a city for the cost of maybe 3 horses is still probably worth. We're going to need to see if that's actually going to be what's going to happen here. Okay, next turn. This is all in one. Geoffrus, attack! Attack, my boy! Attack! Ooh, no, my God, really, bro? That is 8 out of 200? Wait. Oh, right, okay. That was so close, man. 8 out of 200 garrison defense strength. I can't believe it. And the fact that Russia popped out one of these archers didn't allow him to switch with the horse and make that city stronger. That city is gonna fall, whatever happens here. Wow. Greg 242, good evening, sir. I just got here. Is China as good as dead if this attack fails? It is going to be harder for him. I do see China did manage to acquire one of these great generals, and I honestly have a lot of worries about China's development in the next part, especially since he doesn't actually have that many cities to work with. And of course, we do know that Russia, for example, not only has 4 cities, but also has a faith to benefit from, and might as well just settle more cities behind all of this attack. It's a bit worrying. It's definitely a bit worrying here what's going on. I do also wanted to see what's happening here in Cree's land. Looks like Magnus is in the capital. He does have 3 of these pastures improved there, getting the extra 3 gold and the 3 food bonuses for his traders. He's also putting down hanging gardens in Pihto, Kahana, Piwin. 2 turns for Odin Chamber in the capital, with Aktakakub actually settled over here in the north, next to those ivory tiles. He is getting a builder so he can improve his horses and get more culture out of that. And let's see it. No, bro. Okay, there we go. City got taken over, razed to the ground. He's gonna lose a horse, but doesn't matter. He took away a city from his opponent. CANARD over here is gonna need to do something to come back into the game. He does have a lack of horses. A lack of gold over here, while Geoffrus is a little, quite a bit ahead over there. 30 out of 26. Did we? Hey, Old Triangle, good evening, sir. How are you doing? Looks like Russia is about to have 3 cities. Yeah, they're gonna equal themselves out over here, 3 cities. I don't know why. For some reason, my my UPS just started beeping. I think the energy might have fluctuated for a little while. Well, good thing I have 2 UPSs here. Haha. We do have multiple temples coming up from Speedy, from Byzantium. He did get a horse right in the face of Hungary, and you do see he's trying to force Hungary to get a defense out, managing to do just that with 2 of these swordsmen improved and multiple archers. He's gonna manage to defend himself against Byzantium, but that is just a scouting, patrolling unit over here from Byzantium. This is not the Tagmas attack. We're gonna need to see when Byzantium is gonna get that going. He does have a decent amount of faith generation, so he will keep on improving his land quite quickly. We'll get those builders, we'll get probably some settlers going, and I do see he's also going to benefit from pyramids in Thessalonica in 4 turns, actually quite fast, 2 turns actually from now. We do have him getting the temples for the extra culture, and not that far away from actually discovering those Tagmas. Currency also coming up in 2. He's gonna need some gold generation, but honestly, I'm not worried with Spain and Montezuma there on his team, 46 and 40. They're doing quite well in that aspect of the game. We do have a settler coming up from Constantinople in 4, and it does seem like Trebizond is also going to build a new one. It is actually quite used tactic on Byzantium to try to get to those replacement entertainment complexes and get those going, pre-build them, not actually finish them, leave them on 1 turn, and then boom, when you get the Tagmas, you just finish them, you get a lot of them at the same time, and make an army, a free army which doesn't require any resources to go against your opponent with a general. It's very good strategy. On this side, we do have Aztec also managing to get those 5 cities working. He's getting his Tlachi, which is going to give him extra amenities and of course the extra era score bonus. We do have him needing to get the 7 pop in his capital city, and I do see him improving most of his land over here. I'm actually a bit surprised he didn't go for a few more settles, especially the one to the west side here. And it does seem like on the east he could have settled at least one. Well, I guess he doesn't want to settle here. He doesn't want to settle in the face of Phoenicia, right? He wants to stay away from Phoenicia. Yeah, I guess that's what's happening here. Phoenicia did manage to get 23 science and 19 culture. We do have him getting a few more builders to improve his land and finish that audience chamber. Getting campus out from Sidon, it's going to be a +2, and we do see him getting 1 city biblos to the northwest. I'm very worried about his choice of getting cities on the western seas rather than on the eastern seas. And I can explain a little bit. In 2 words: fleet boats. That's it, fleet boats. That's my explanation. Fleet boats. Like when we're gonna see Spain, that's the short explanation. Let's look at the long explanation. When we're gonna see Spain with a lot of fleeted boats coming against him, he's gonna need to do 2 things. First of all, get a lot of animals, or at least try to get the good animals on his side, Rajen Dracola, and one of those Renaissance ones, so he can actually get the bonus from Rajen Dracola activated, and the +3, and of course the +5. Wait, I thought there's something new happening over there. On the side of Spain, if he does manage to get an admiral, and if he does manage to get those fleeted boats, it is going to be very hard for Phoenicia to defend them. And you do see that Feanor did actually get 3 cities on this coast, which actually he's also making a mistake that he's not going that crazy. No, I can't. No. Thinking about what I said, no, I don't think he makes a mistake at this point. Actually, he is going for the timing while his opponent is not. Right? He's going for the caravel timing while Phileas is delaying the caravel timing. And we've seen this yesterday with another Dido player making the same mistake. Hopefully Phileas is going to realize he's making a mistake and of course reposition accordingly. He needs to click buttress right meow, and it doesn't seem like he's doing it. Irrigation, man. Irrigation is not something that at the moment you want to benefit from. Also, Circassian is making a comment about Kublai raising Russian city while having 2 more science and culture sum. He's definitely going for an Irel war here. Geoffrus is going to get his Warlord's Throne, and it looks like he's going to need to get an army out to defend against a possible Russian counterattack. We do see Russia moving a few units to the south with archers in the front line. A bit surprising that he's using this. We do also see Geoffrus did get his forces back in his city, so he manages to get some heals off, putting the most weakened one in the city of Beijing. He did just finish his Warlord's Throne and chopped it down. He's 2 turning horses from some of his cities and getting new ones from Jiaodong. Needs to be extremely careful about this. Russia is trying to get in there, and of course Russia does benefit from a general. Geoffrus needs to get his own general in the city of Jiaodong quickly. We do have temples coming out from Russia, more of these shrines for the 5th generation. I think Astrakhan was actually the 4th city, while of course he lost his 3rd city, he lost his 5th generation from that. CANARD did arrive at 28 faith attorney at the moment, and is trying to put a few builders on the map here to improve his land. Has quite a bit of problems when it comes to his development. We do need to take a look at also Hungary, getting 2 more cities to the east. I'm actually a bit confused about why he did not acquire the Mount Roraima tiles. It does seem like there is a gold issue on the Ornithorynques academies. We do have Elrohir with 31 gold. The CANARD is losing 10. Tempete actually is on 19, and Phileas is on 30. They definitely need a lot more gold if they want to be competitive, especially when it comes to those caravels. While you can hard build a lot of the other units, for example Byzantium can get those units out for free. You might need to get GMC for some Peter units. Tempete has relatively cheap units when it comes to its upgrades from city-states and so on. The caravels will be extremely important as an upgrade for both Phileas and Feanor, and of course getting the extra gold if you don't manage to get to mercenaries is going to be a requirement. We're going to need to see if they do manage to overcome this lack of gold here. Now, I do see also Phoenicia did manage to get a few of these harbor shipping projects going. The same can be said about Spain. Both of them did start to acquire those points. Spain is just revealing Rajendra Kola. He picked up the fleet one, Gaius Duilius, and got a naval free melee unit, Admiral Hanno the Navigator. Not bad, not bad. And now he's going to need to get the projects in for Rajendra. 3 projects coming out from Madrid, Cordoba, and Seville. He is aware this is a requirement for him to win this war, and of course deny the opportunity of Phoenicia from ever defending him. You can imagine fleet caravels or fleet frigates with Rajendra Kola bonuses and another amiral will be a bit too much damage for his opponent to handle. It's very important, it's paramount of him to do so. We will need to see those how do you call them, by the way? These ones, right? These ones, the hippodromes. We will need to see the hippodromes started up to be built from the cities of Byzantium. He's gonna need to be careful to not actually finish them, and from what I do see, he just put one down. He's gonna need the population for them, and taking a look at his movements here, he did actually save his horses. He got pushed back by the Hungarian armies, but these guys actually did their job. They just forced Hungary to build an army and not let him run away with the sim. We do have Speedy on 24 science and 42 culture. We got Tempete on 25 and 38. They're not that far apart, and I gotta say, in this kind of equation, I will still put Speedy a little bit higher than this because of those tagmas and the damage that they can output. I also want to point out, by the way, Phileas is starting to get a lot more science. 38 and 25, 45 gold a turn at the moment. It looks like settling those extra few cities is giving him a bit of an advantage. He's also trying to get the projects in for Rajendra Kola, while in the pre-build screen, we do have him finishing up one. Spain will just need 2 of them, and he's getting 2 of them. Okay, he's getting there. He might even chop it if necessary over here from Madrid if that project goes a little bit too high up. Is he finishing? Oh no, move away from masonry. Please, Feanor, move away from masonry. This actually increases the cost of the project, right? So you don't want that. Let's take a look at... Okay, so Feanor is actually top slot. He's going to get the first dibs on this. Is Hungary free sim? I wouldn't really call him free sim because he's relatively close to Byzantium. Byzantium is going to follow settle him, and it looks like at the moment Byzantium is also going to get more cities out, while Hungary is trying to max out his bonuses when it comes to feudalism. He's just preparing with so many builders over here and prepared his cities with so many builder pre-builds, and now we do see him getting those out, trying to go for the extra settles while not actually building up an army against Byzantium. Not getting that general is going to be a problem. We don't actually have on the other side the same thing happening, by the way. Speedy with the 92 faith a turn would also require a general for his units, and it does seem like at the moment he could choose to buy one. I gotta point out, this would be important. A first general, like a general with 30 points, is 450 faith. He's 1 turn away from buying it. He doesn't need to put an encampment down, he just can buy it. And I do believe only 2 generals got acquired here. One from China and the other one from Russia. While the third one, it looks like it's going to Russia. Hungary is making 1 great general points a turn because he is not actually doing the projects here. He might not get the 4th one. Quite a problem there. Quite a problem. We're starting to come up on the medieval era. We got 10 more turns to go, and I do believe the players will start focusing as much as possible on their... oh no, he just bought a settler, by the way. Where there goes that general. He has 3 cities that he's going to place down, and it looks like maybe hippodromes are going to be the first districts from them. Actually, 4 settlers. 1, 2, 3, 4 settlers coming out of the cities of Byzantium. Not bad, not bad. Oh, Jiaodong getting under attack. Russia's units are right next to the city. It looks like there's no... there is a builder in the south, but it needs to buy a tile to chop the walls. He's just put the walls in production. He's moved the builder as well. And he needs to get the gold from his teammates. They do have a lot more gold on their side. You do see, for example, Montezuma does benefit from 300 gold in the bank. He should be well up to specs over there to buy one of these for China. The moment we do have more horses in production from Beijing. Chengdu also, we got to build a horse here, and he's going to need to build a line of defense to close off any of possible routes that Russian units could go towards China, towards Beijing. We do have also Russia trying to get another city out to the east side now. He did, I guess, learn his lesson from settling a city so close to China and not defending it. Now he's going to try to punish China for doing the same thing. We do have to see if he's actually going to be successful over here with the ancient walls finishing up in 3 turns. He might actually not get to build them. I am not that... oh, okay, never mind. He's going to get them. Geoffrus does have a builder here, and it doesn't look like these horses of Russia or those swordsmen can actually push through the horse defense. It should be fine. It's just going to chop them with the builder here. It's fine. Yeah, what a revenge, right? He's counter-attacking and trying to get that going, yeah. Slowly, slowly, man. We're getting there. Ooh, double moves. China, China, China. What are you doing, bro? China, you need to be careful because that city can go down. Get the walls up quickly. Geoffrus, chop it like a saw. Chop it like a saw. Oh my god, the walls actually went... He got so lucky. Lucky. There was a pillage over here from Russia on a mine. And looking at Geoffrus, of course, both of them do benefit from generals. He could try to get that sword, the attack into the sword and even take down the other sword over here, but he needs to be careful of the counter-attack. Russia does have more horses that he could use. But I think actually at this point it's attack over. It's Geoffrus that will need to do some last moves here. Could deal with at least 2 units, if not even 3 units, from what I can see. Yeah, that was painful, by the way, painful. Those walls are just going to nullify the advantage that Russia had. Also, Bex saying castles in 2, castles for Geoffrus, and also he's getting mercenaries in 2. He probably wants to keep these as healthy as possible. On the other side, the CANARD is going for machinery on 3 turns with civil service coming up in 7. He does have a bit of a problem with his other units, and it does seem like if China manages to get coursers here and he does have the gold for them, that's going to be a problem. We do have Feanor 5 turns away from getting cartography. Phileas is also 1 turn away from getting buttress and going for cartography. I do believe also Spain is going to need to get quite a few of those. Oh, did he get Rajendra? Himerios, Gaius Dulius, Harno the Navigator. Did he not get Rajendra? Oh, he got it. Oh my god, he got 2 of them. Oh my god. Rip Phoenicia. Rajendra Kola coming up here for Spain. He has Himerios, so he can activate it. That's an extra +3 with the fleet ability. Oh man, Phoenicia just needs to go crazy with boats now. There's no other way. If he doesn't go crazy with boats right now, yeah, there's no other way for him to survive. We do have China getting those castles and the mercenaries next turn. It looks like Russia is starting to smell the danger here. He lost one of his swordsmen. Actually might have lost 2 of his swordsmen, and by the looks of it just only managed to deal damage against 1 horse, while China is going to need to wait until next turn to upgrade his units and push forward through the Russian defenses. We do need to see also how Byzantium is going to try to do this. We got Tagmas coming out from Byzantium cities. It just finished the one in Adrianople. I don't see a GMC yet because, well, I don't see actually monarchy. Where is his Speedy? Speedy. He did get monarchy, so it's just a matter of getting that GMC going. I'm actually quite sad he didn't choose to get one of these generals. Maybe now it's going to be a choice, right? He can definitely get it now. It should be I'm pretty sure he's not gonna finish the encampment faster than he's getting the faith for it, so oh well. We do have those cities coming out from him. I do see Antioch is actually going to put a commercial, not a hippodrome. We do have Thessalonica also sending that settler to the east. Maybe there will be another hippodrome. He definitely needs to get those units out, the stronger units. The Tagmas will be the ones pushing through the defenses of Hungary. On the side of Montezuma, we do have him actually getting Colosseum. I was curious if he's actually going to go for Colosseum, and looks like we got our answer. I didn't actually say it out loud. I've seen it many times that entertainment complex is built, Traci is built, and then he forgets, the player forgets about Colosseum. Looks like in this case Sedition did not forget about this, and he's starting to put a few industrial zones as well from Sochi Calco. We got a settler being pumped out in 2. He should have ecstatic citizens in multiple cities. That's exactly what's happening, and he does benefit from 48 science and 77 culture right next to Elrohir's 38 and 52. Quite a good advantage over there coming up from his empire, with also multiple cities coming up from Cree. I do see him trying to get to the next golden age era score threshold. We do have Elrohir 46 out of 56, putting down more theater squares, getting those settles going. Did build great path over here in Pashkov Ashik, and chopping a few more of these builders, feudalism builders. Did also get hanging gardens in Pihto, Kahana, Piwi in, and from what I can see, he can settle on another continent on the west side. At the moment, he might actually have a bit of a problem with the west side. At the moment, Byzantium is not focusing on him, and the fact that Tempete is going to try to do something with these units might trigger Byzantium from getting an army on the east of Thessalonica, towards Nicaea, towards Ayutthaya, towards Vifkasko Kisein. Russia should have defended and seemed instead of trying to revenge attack. I tend to agree, but it looks like it's a mute point at this moment. We do have multiple courses coming out, and it does seem like Russia is going to get pushed back here. With the courses extra damage, all of these units might actually fall quite quickly. Of course, CANARD realizes that, and he's going quite fast towards Astrakhan. We're going to need to take a look what's going to happen there, and how fast that's going to look. Gonna go sideways. Let me see. On Hungary over here, we definitely need to see an army out with the Tagmas coming online. We do see, by the way, oh, there we go. Byzantium did manage to get Crusade in. We do see Hungary actually trying to fight us far away from his lands as possible, so he's not fighting in the Crusader land. And we do need to also take a look how fast he's going to manage to get to coursers. He does have a few horses that would need some love over there. Speedy does have 103 faith a turn at the moment, with 300 in the bank. Hey, Tutu Base, thank you so much for the prime, sir, and welcome. Hello. We do need to also see if his Speedy is going to get a defense here on the city of Nicaea. He did just spot the Hungarian units moving towards that city, and I'm pretty sure he's going to try to do something about it. The swordsmen don't really have a lot of strength. They're only 43 against the city's strength of 41, and that is after it got damaged and with unfavorable terrain. And I'm pretty sure if Nicaea just get walls, this attack will be nullified. But it is still good to have some sort of unit over there to defend, maybe some archers, maybe a crossbow, to try to stop Tempete's push. There is a serious concern here. The Spanish units will overtake the Phoenician Empire. We do have Leif Erikson giving the bonuses towards Phoenicia's boats, and now we do see multiple biremes coming out of his cities. Looking at Phileas, 57 science with 32 culture. We do have him on 122 production as well. It does seem like the moment Phoenicia is trying to build up a navy, and it is going to need to withstand a lot of hurt over here. So we've seen this, actually not in this particular scenario, but we've seen players try to get as many of those advantages as possible for their boats. And one of the strategies, of course, the first one, you need to get an admiral. First requirement is the admiral. The second requirement would be to get the support units in the water and a lot of boats out. You can't defend with like scattered units. You need to get them as close to each other as possible and try to couple those bonuses, those support bonuses. The support units, when I say support units, I refer to maybe some scouts out that could get into the water and would give the extra support bonus towards the boats. It does make for a good good extra damage, especially if you do manage to get a lot of them. We've seen it multiple times that actually saved a lot of the civilizations. He does have on the west side quite a few cities that could not actually get the boats to the east, and I'm pretty sure he could actually get scouts out from those cities and send them towards the boats here. That would actually make these boats a little bit stronger. Now, if it's gonna be enough to stop the Spanish, I wouldn't bet on it because there's so much damage on these galleys. It's like, wow. Like, these galleys at the moment are 52 strength and they do not benefit from an admiral. They would be like 57 if they would get an admiral bonus. And also you have to take into account the caravels. Oh my god, those are going to be so strong. The Feanor the Navigator is here, going to give a free boat. We got multiple boats out, multiple of these fleets out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 boats. Of course, this actually begs the question, does he actually have enough gold to work those? It does seem like he does, 470. He's going for Divine Right. He's a bit worried about that Golden Age, and we do have him on, actually he just got it. So maybe this is the moment that he should make an attack with those boats. They are probably giving some bonuses towards, or some gold towards their allies over here. So they do manage to survive and counterattack. For example, China did manage to get a few more of these cities out and pushed back, upgraded his units and pushed back Russia. That was a decent amount of gold being pumped into these coursers. And now he is going to manage to do the damage over here against the Russian units, which is going to pose a problem for still their opponents, right? I would still love to see Feanor get a few upgraded boats out. Something like actually he does have the half cost in card, and we do see the 180 for a caravel. Maybe just 3 boats, 4 boats would be nice. Those should have enough damage to stop the buildup of navy over here from Phoenicia, and the sooner he gets to the opponent's coast, the better it will be. Of course, at the moment, there we go, we got a few boats being pumped out. We got 3 of them. It looks like he's gonna go for the 4th. He got the gold from Sedition. Sedition doesn't really need to worry about anything here on the west side, even if there are some scattered units from Cree. It doesn't seem like Elrohir is ready for war here. We do have an encampment being put out of, outputted from Ahtakakup, and I do see more of these libraries going. Elrohir is quite worried he's not going to get the science and the culture to trade punches with Sedition, and he's also going to need to get the gold generation going for his next part of the game. We do have also Spain, now that he finished building up his fleet, starting to go for his settlers. We got 2 settlers coming out from Madrid and Cordoba. He could keep on settling to the west side, doesn't need to worry about China. That's his ally, and I'm pretty sure he can settle some inlands as well. That would be quite nice for him. Trying to get the bonuses towards Governor Magnus City. Now, how fast is he gonna get? How many did he get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? He got 5. He's gonna be there in about 5 turns, and you do see Phoenicia is getting more boats out as fast as possible, getting a few horses as well. And I gotta point out, by the way, China did just settle in the face of Phoenicia on the land. We might actually see China do some form of pressure here, while Aztec is there and also can do some pressure on the city of Byblos. This was one of the worries I had when I saw Phoenicia settling towards the northwest. He can be pressured by his 2 opponents from the north, and fighting land warfare against a massive naval army, it just doesn't seem like it's gonna be good to go for. Theondrus, good evening, sir. And also you're saying the binding has a +5 base compared to the Spanish galleys. Yes, that is correct. And you've seen how much damage they were doing. Like, look at the caravel fleets now. They're 70 strength, 73 strength, and that's, I think, without the admiral bonus. Where is the admiral? Oh, this, okay, Himerius is a little bit behind there. So this would be, well, let's see, 78 strength against the Binding 46. He can one-shot those Bindings, and I'm pretty sure Phileas did manage to get to his own caravels. It's just a matter of getting mercenaries and getting enough gold for them. Elrohir, Tempete, and Phileas are all of them are trying to get their gold, and it is up to Byzantium over here to do some form of a push against. Oh, did he just... No. Oh, okay. I know Tempete wants to be a bit aggressive, but that's not actually going to stop the Tagma walking on the hill and one-shotting the archer. You can see the Tagma is definitely much stronger than the archer. Yeah, there we go. He's moving in. And the second he's gonna start killing units over here, that the religion will start spreading in Miskolc, in Buda, in Pex, allow him to have a crusade in whenever he's gonna get in the borders of Hungary. Okay. I do see something, by the way, from these players, and maybe because I don't know them, I don't know if they actually have first moves, last moves, and so on and so forth, but I do see they are taking their good old time to attack units, and that usually is a recipe for a disaster. If you do have a way in, first moves and last moves are extremely important. I cannot stress that enough. They are extremely important. You can get away without them, but with them, oh my god, they just give you so much of an advantage if you use them properly, of course. We do have more commercials coming up from China. He did manage to get Chengdu amazing stats in that city center. He does have a 33.6 production with 17 almost science, and he does have Governor Diang, not Pingala. We do have actually Geoffrus on 52 science and 37 culture, while CANARD did stay on 28 and 29. Looks like China might actually be able to take out another city here of Russia. You can see China is getting in there with a few of these courses, trying to pillage and do some damage. Unfortunately, he lost the other ones, actually. It looks like Russia did manage to stop quite a bit of this attack. Okay, more gold, by the way, for the Spanish armadas. We got 6 of them, 2 for 6 of them on the way towards his opponent, and slowly they're going to get there. In the next 3 turns, he's going to start his attack run, while he does have more of these getting upgraded every turn. They are managing to do a decent amount of gold, but not enough for one a turn, unless you take into account those pillages. I do really like, by the way, how Byzantium did spread far and wide. He's now on 44 science and 59 culture, but he's going to grow much taller than this, especially after he gets his campuses going. He's also trying to get an economy with the commercials, and he's pushing his opponent with I would even say, go as far to say, as a skeleton army, not really a big army, right? Do the Tagmas have the Matterhorn bonus? No, he did not get the Matterhorn bonus. That is unfortunate, though. Not getting the Matterhorn bonus is quite unfortunate. But anyway, he's starting to convert Miskolc slowly but surely. He's getting that religion in there. I do see Hungary is losing more units and not really managing to do a counterattack. Hungary does have the ability to upgrade men-at-arms. It's a matter of gold right now, and all of the gold is going to Phileas, which will need to upgrade as many units as possible. I think actually they should have more than enough gold, especially with the mercenaries. They should have more than enough gold for Phileas's upgrade. With we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 boats. Okay, I mean that's at least 10 caravels upgrades, right? It's 80 a pop, so that's 800 gold. That should be enough. I just want to see one to see the damage difference. We will still probably see the caravel fleets managing to triple shot, but still I want to see it actually on the screen. I'm actually a bit surprised that China didn't manage to do the full damage against Russia, and yes, right now he's more focusing on pillaging tiles than doing anything else. He is going to need to get back that Corsair, or maybe do some more pillages here. Yeah, he's going for the holy site. There we go. Okay. Will Phileas have Dark Age? That's a good question actually. We just went into the medieval era, and looks like we got the golden, normal, Dark Age on Phileas. Yes, he's gonna have a Dark Age. We got Speedy on a golden across the board for Sumer's versus version 0.9. Very good concentration over here to get those era score points. I gotta say that, man, they're doing the math here. They're, like, you know, you see those equations started up behind their eyes over there, and they're doing exactly what they need to do. Let me actually okay, I go A on Prophet Kung Fu. I think China realized the yield difference and waiting for more advanced units. That could be a thing, especially right now that CANARD lost his golden age. He is not going to get the benefits of the monumentality to buy out those settlers and of course get builders with them. Unfortunately, this also slows down everything from now on. CANARD did get monarchy, so he could ideally go for GMC and try to use that faith into his units. That is still going to be good to get some defensive units in the southwest, but he's still on 29 cents with 29 culture, making it quite hard for him to output a good defense against his opponents. Okay, let's see the early moves here. We got the Tagmas that need to do the damage. Archers in danger. One more unit died. More pressure on Miskolc. Looks like Tagmas did killed another unit. More pressure on Miskolc. This city is about to be converted here, and of course the archer is about to die anyway. Honestly, I don't see that many of these Tagmas coming around there, and I'm a bit worried about this. They needed to focus on defending the Hungarian attack from the east side, from Ayutthaya, and it looks like Byzantium did manage to deal with that. He has 2 more Tagmas there that could actually go towards the south directly. We will probably see GMC also being used to buy those Tagmas from the front city, from Amasia, while at the moment I see Byzantium did manage to get one of those encampments, did not acquire one of these generals. That is a bit unfortunate. Actually, Trumtrak did get acquired by Russia. That actually begs the question, who got the third one? Admiral General. So Russia got 2 of them. Oh, never mind, we switched the era, so there were only 3 of them, right? The 4th one did get deleted. It's fine. It didn't get acquired. Okay, so we do have the attack coming up from Phoenicia, even in beautiful land here. 84 strength coming up from these caravels will deal the damage against the caravels of Phoenicia of 76. This is with the +3. And all he's missing is that support bonus. If you would have had the support bonus to actually get the scouts in the water, I think he might have gotten enough damage to not get triple shot over here. This is, by the looks of it, going to be quite a problem. It will take time for the caravels to be repaired, and I do believe Phileas is going to need to switch around as quickly as he possibly can. The weak ones from the front line with the new ones from the behind. Oh no, that's a caravel fleet that just got a promotion. That's going to be a +7 damage over there on him. That is going to be a problem. Oh, big problem. Big problem. We do have actually more of these caravels coming out here, and as you can see, they are managing to take down 3 of the caravels of Phoenicia, while Phoenicia has a hard time pushing out into this. He might actually try to do some damage over here. He does have some promotions available for his caravels, but actually only for 1 caravel. And he didn't upgrade all of his boats. Yeah, not enough gold. There's just not enough gold at the moment. Forced to make a land defense against the Shenyang. This is going to be quite a problem. Let's take a look at what's going on over here as well. Spain actually getting those cities out. We got another one to the west and another 3 of them coming out of his cities. Very nice expansion phase here. Exactly on time. Feanor is going to prepare himself for a possible non-win here. Possible no-win against Phoenicia, or a drawn-out war, so he's trying to get advantages from getting stats in the next era. In this era, he did manage to get Pen, Brush, and Voice Golden Age, and of course he still benefits from that extra culture, needs the science, and I do see him on 125 production. Geoffrus, Pen, Brush, and Voice Golden Age, 62 science, 43 culture, still on 5 cities, getting coursers out. And he did manage to get a few Crouching Tigers, or 1 Crouching Tiger actually, to the north, a few pre-builds for them as well. We do have him getting some Diplo quarters, and still running around with coursers in the lands of Russia, pillaging and getting the gold. We do have a Sedition with 92 science and 108 culture, getting quite big over here. Actually almost double the amount of the science and culture that other players have in the game. We do have Aztec putting down more of these campuses, and since he is benefiting from that Colosseum bonus, you can see most of his cities are in with ecstatic bonuses. He's getting so much percentage out of that in all of his yields. And we do have a spy coming out from Tenochtitlan, which will probably go into one of his opponents series. I'm not sure if it's it should actually go to Phoenicia right now, because he already has one in Cree. Since he does have a spy in Cree, which did build Temple of Artemis in the city of Akhtakakup, he is aware of the lack of units that Cree is benefiting from here. And I do see the first encampment coming up from Aztec. It is from Malinanco. At the moment, he's not actually doing the projects. From what I've seen, he's not getting that many points, but it is a few projects away from getting a general. First, he's going to want to get probably Cuirassier Corps, and then go against his opponent with those units, much stronger units than what he has to work with right now. See, he also has to benefit from 208 production and 164 food. Very good output here from both of those stats. Hungary is still getting pressured over here by those, or I should say by 1 Tagma with 2 horses. It does seem like Hungary did manage to take out one of the Tagmas here. I believe, yeah, I believe there was a Tagma that died. There were 2 Tagmas and 2 horses. Now there's only 1 Tagma. We do have Cree about to pillage Antioch mine. And honestly, I'm extremely surprised about the passiveness of Speedy over here. I guess he's considering that Tempete is not really getting that many yields here, and those few units that are pushing him are enough to destabilize the Hungarian Empire, since he is, as you can see over here, more focused on his sim rather than anything else. He's trying to get the science out, getting a few more campuses, also libraries in them, getting amphitheaters, getting working economy, and of course getting the production. Not really going for an all-in attack against his opponent. He's still going to benefit from a few Tagmas coming up from the defense of Nicaea that might actually arrive in the city of Old Buda, where there are no units at the moment to speak of. Also, does Spain see the Russian archer close to his settlers? Yes, yes. And well, now he sees it, yeah. I don't know what that Russian archer is doing here. I think he's lost. Honestly, I think he's lost. We do have, okay, more promotions here coming up from Spain. Now that he does have the emblem promotion, you can see the Cannibals' strength did go up to 89. He can do more than enough damage to take out the Phoenician Cannibals in 2 shots here, if he does manage to get more promotions on his boats, and that is very likely to happen, by the way. We do have him actually repositioning, shooting with the new boats, getting the promotions on the backbones and so on, and getting that momentum going. You can see his it is allowing him to push through the Phoenician line of defense. Phoenicia is trying to get some walls out to delay this takeover. We do have him also needing to go towards frigates, which might be a possibility for him to try to get a defense going, but I wouldn't really bet on it. I'm pretty sure Spain is going to manage to do a lot of damage against those frigates as well. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Spain would need to get his own frigates in the meantime. We do have Feanor going for military tactics, diplomatic service. I see terracotta army being built from Toledo. Very interesting building here, by the way. Terracotta army is going to give him an extra promotion. And the second promotion of the Caravels is, of course, the extra damage that you get against ranged units. It's an extra +10, basically ignoring, basically you can ignore the frigate attacks if that +10 is activated. We do have universities coming out from multiple cities of Aztec, going higher and higher in the science. He's already 105 versus Elrohir's 59. Quite a difference between them. On Russia, I do see him managing to get 39 science and 33 culture, a little bit higher than we saw last time. He's trying to get that Grandmaster Chapel from Kazan. I just noticed his Government Plaza was actually built from a second city, which does mean he's not getting the extra possession from the palace of the capital. Delaying it quite a bit. He did try to get the encampment out from his first city so he can get a general, which did help him defend the city of Astrakhan. Didn't really help with the other cities though. We do have China also putting down a few of these walls there. Well, walls next to the walls. Yeah, it is what it is. Speedy built the first crossbow. Okay. And these crossbows are gonna be quite tough. Miskolc did not get converted, by the way. It's a 9 pop city. He still needs to get at least 2 units dealt with there so he can get the promotions on. I see Byzantium might actually focus on taking down Ayutthaya while he is going to get there and deal the damage against that city center. The walls will be a stopper if they ever get built. Well, the city says it's 5 turns away, but it wouldn't be the first time that we see cities one turning them. In the World Congress, we do have a merchant earning double points. Confucianism will get the extra condemn, and looks like Sedition is going to get the 2 diplo points. Looking at the great people screen here, in the scientist screen we did have Hypatia being picked up by Hungary, getting himself a free library, and of course the library is getting an extra +1. Looks like also Marco Polo got recruited by Aztec, getting a free trader unit. Hungary did get that Zankian at the beginning, and it doesn't seem like any one more did get recruited. Yeah, no other one was recruited here to give them extra trade routes. We do have Cree making great 18 great merchants, 8 great merchant points a turn. Hungary going for 20, Aztec is on 16, and Byzantium on 18. That's quite a bit of a race going on there. Also, Phoenicia is making 12 great admiral points a turn, while Santa Cruz is the next admiral available for him. That's going to be the fleet one. That's going to be, sorry, the armada one. But it looks like in the meantime he's just losing all of his boats to actually upgrade into armadas. That's quite a problem here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, Spain definitely getting new boats on the front line here, and he's going to manage to slowly tear down all of the Phoenician defenses. It's just probably a few hits away from taking down the Phoenician boats. We do have a spy coming up from Madrid. I don't see a spy actually at the moment plugged into Phoenicia's land, so he's probably going to try to plug that one in. On Cree's land, we do have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 cities, and he's trying to get some more of these universities, not to mention some more of these settlers. Elrohir did slowly get his science up to 78 and 79. He does have 177 production, working those magnets internals. The gold is still going to be a problem, and it looks like Byzantium might actually push him from the west side. Byzantium did get 1, 2, 3, 4 of these tagmas. Still no general to speak of. It's getting more arenas coming up from Thessalonica, and I do see Hungary. Tempete did manage to get Singapore. And Nalanda still a pocket CS in the game. It's right underneath Phoenicia over there. Even if they are managing to benefit a little bit from it, it doesn't seem like it does help them out that much. Unfortunately, they cannot get the same amount of science as their opponents. We got Feanor 47 versus Phileas 41. We got Geoffrus 72 versus CANARD's 42. Sedition is on 121 versus Elrohir's 78, and Speedy on 73 is versus Tempete's 59. And of course, it's just a matter of time until Spain goes in and tears down these Phoenician boats. You can see new boats are getting onto the front line, and 2 of those caravels did get just taken down. Another one is about to go down as well, with new boats arriving there. It can deal the damage. Now, we do need to see if we're going to have Spanish frigates come into play. It does seem like that should be the natural next unit coming out there. The next natural unit coming out from the cities of Spain. Looking at the tech side here, we do have Spain 7 turns away from getting square rigging. It doesn't really have a lot of science to work with, and I'm pretty sure he's going to need to get some more of that sooner rather than later. We do have Hungary attacking from the north with the units of Singapore. Tempete over here is trying to get some advantages, and of course you do see the tagmas do suffer if they do attack into the men-at-arms, and the men-at-arms still does a lot of damage against the tagmas on return. Needs to be extremely careful how he's going to try to put these tagmas to defend his lands. I do have also a spy coming up from Constantinople, and Byzantium does benefit from 143 faith a turn that he could use to buy out units if necessary to defend his lands. Looks like also Byzantium is ignoring the fact that Ayutthaya is still there and is building walls. Unfortunately, he's trying to go against Kisane, and since he doesn't have the surprise anymore, that city center might actually survive. We do have at the moment, Cree does not get converted yet in Kisane, and he doesn't really have that many units that Byzantium could actually take out. Wait, was this city converted? Oh, this city was converted. Interesting. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. I still don't understand what. Take out Ayutthaya, bro. I don't know why he's not taking down Ayutthaya. It feels like that should be the first step, you know, like especially. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Bam, 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 bam. City's still alive. Well, the knight can't get in there. It's fine. Yeah, it's 2 turns from getting the walls up. It should be fine. We got new tagmas coming around from north, especially if the cities get converted over here. Those tagmas will deal the full damage against their opponents. So all in all, it should be fine. Oh, Phileas calls out the GG here, and it looks like this was it. Yeah, this was it. GG from Elrohir. They didn't see a way out. Spain was pushing through Ainuk, was pushing through Tyre, through Biruta. They were doing the damage over here. Feanor did win the naval warfare, while we did have quite a big Montezuma Aztec empire going around there. Yeah, also you saw Miskolc converted. Wait, did you? Oh, Miskolc finally got converted. Okay, so that makes it a little bit easier to convert the other ones. There we go, we got 12 pressure here, 8 pressure here. Ayutthaya's gonna get converted also. Just very tough. Well, that was it, boys. That was it. Okay, so let's see what the boys will have to say. Of course, we have seen Sumer version 0.9 just get a win in the first game against Ornithorynques Academy. They are starting up the CivFR Squadrons with a strong opening over here. They did manage to do very well on the 7 seas in the first week. Also, Zion asking us, did Aztec ever get that +5 campus I pointed out at the start of the game? You're talking about this one? He got a +6 actually. Turned into a +12. Yes, sir, Zion. He does have another one over here, a +2, and yeah, that's about it. Okay, so let me actually find where they are in the channels, and we're gonna hear a little bit from them. I do have to point out, of course, we are talking about CivFR Squadrons. They're gonna talk a lot in French, and I do hope you guys understand. We will need to wait until they actually give us some feedback in English. If you have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat over here, and I'm gonna do my best to get that going. So without further ado, let's go. GG, well played. GG.
Un peu late pour le sein, Feanor.
GG.
Ouais, c'était plus taxi.
Ouais, bah, un peu late.
Un peu light, je suis d'accord. Bah après, c'est un peu tendu, je pense pas un peu donc c'est un peu compliqué de...
Ouais, mais sur une ville que tu poses, je veux te poser les plats de coach.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you.
Yeah, with my pleasure. It was interesting to watch, by the way. I was wondering about that attack, Russia versus China. What do you think of that one, boys?
Thanks very much.
I think I put an extra town that was not necessary and maybe too aggressive in the face of the Chinese.
Yeah.
And we lack horses
Yeah, we
in
like
an early game.
strategic.
So I was like with 3 horses versus 5-6. It was a bit difficult. But yeah, I think I made a mistake with this city. And after, well, it was quite even in the moves, so... What do you think, Geo?
I think the same.
Sedition, tu peux montrer le reste du land, s'il te plaît?
Moi
stream aussi.
Oui, Géo là, il était bien avec son été monkey.
Vas-y, je vous laisse, bonne GG à tous.
China have an insane tempo with Intimanki, even though
Yes, but
Huge tiles.
I lack activities and no production.
Yeah, when you
Well, activity on 3 or 5 cities.
No, I was minus since turn 25.
Okay.
It's because you lost a lot of units.
Yes, but even before.
Yeah, but I had a lot of luxury, so I was good in activity. But yeah, difficult land, no food in the beginning.
C'est dur ton nom de russe.
what do you think Spain Navy?
Tronc.
That was good, but I think a little problem. You have a galley level 1, but you didn't upgrade it first.
Is it better to upgrade first? It's the same, exactly the same.
No, you have a galley level 1, so upgrade it on Caravel, so you have a Caravel level 1 instead of...
Yeah, I saw that, I forgot about
yes.
my one, yeah, I saw that, it was a mistake, but yeah, it's not that much.
And at the beginning that was a bit greedy with the Birem, but...
Yeah, it was, I saw it was forest, more far than he was, so...
Il est arrivé d'où, Phileas? Il est arrivé d'où? Je suis désolé.
Il est arrivé de la gauche,
Ah
De
ouais,
Barcelone.
At the same time, I had the galley. My galley was on point, and unfortunately I moved at the same time.
Il a mis ce clic et du coup il a tapé la galère de Phileas et Phileas a pu le tap back et ça l'a mis vraiment dans la merde.
Oui, bah oui, au début il était...
J'ai juste payé un poisson.
On a longtemps discuté sur le déplacement du settle là, parce qu'il est le split est juste sur la rivière, et on a longtemps discuté et...
On a aussi beaucoup discuté s'il se déplaçait sur la faille ou pas.
Il est sur une faille là? Ouais, d'accord.
Ouais.
Moi je pense que en voyant ce qu'il voyait, il fallait se déplacer. Mais après en voyant ce que les casters voyaient, il fallait pas se déplacer.
Bah ouais,
je pense.
T'es obligé de faire avec les éléments.
Mais du coup, je pense que du coup c'est pas une erreur de se déplacer et je pense que c'était le meilleur choix qu'il pouvait faire.
Mais il a eu un early très lent, tu vois, il était...
Ouais, parce que se déplacer pour pas de prod et pas de culture. Et qu'est-ce que vous pensez de Tolède, la B2? Parce que ça c'était un truc, ma team...
moi je l'aurais mis coastal vu que t'avais 2 de la mer. Tu la mettais coastal, t'aménageais poisson-baleine et puis c'était plus un problème en fait.
Moi ma réflexion derrière ça, c'est que quand tu achètes une route interne comme celle de l'Espagne dans une ville qui n'a pas d'eau douce...
gros, ouais, je suis d'accord.
C'est terrible.
Toutes les cives coastales font ça en fait.
T'as pas beaucoup de food excédentaire avec ta route, c'est de la prod. Donc,
bon. Au final, tu joues une cive coastale qui a pas de bonus?
Ouais,
je sais pas, moi je l'aurais...
Ouais. Ça s'est passé au final, tu vois, genre en late game elle pouvait passer un port.
J'avoue, moi aussi je l'aurais pas mis là.
Moi je l'aurais posé direct coastal, j'aurais posé le port +3 direct. T'aurais fait ta route interne, t'aurais fait ton phare très vite, comme ce que tu dois faire, et puis il y avait plus de problème quoi.
Moi j'aurais fait pareil.
Moi je voyais une ville avec un Magnus sympa, des chocs qui me permettaient de gros, qui me permettaient de prendre, en fait qui me permettaient d'avoir la tempo dont j'avais besoin. Moi je trouvais que c'était pas mal. Moi j'ai trouvé que ça a bien marché. J'étais pas sûr de moi, mais
ça a bien marché, c'est vrai. Mais j'aurais pas fait parce que j'aurais été bêtement sur la côte. Hein. J'aurais pas pensé à ça, mais.
Après c'était peut-être moins bien, mais au final ça a marché.
Après pour le coup t'avais vraiment la meilleure position pour un combat naval avec l'Espagne. Vu que t'es genre assez loin, c'est-à-dire que pour te rush c'est complexe. Et l'Espagne, bah, quand tu le rushes pas, c'est impossible à def. Hein. Genre, t'avais même pas besoin de faire l'armée de terre 8, tu passais 100. Hein.
Bah, je suis pas d'accord parce qu'en fait, si lui il défend au niveau des petites îles là sur les chokes et qu'il fait beaucoup de. Et qu'il est sur un meilleur timing.
Ouais, mais il est vraiment late, il a vraiment moins de stats. Hein.
Elle est belle la muraille de Chine de Géo, non?
La muraille de Chine, elle est où?
Et qu'il a fait à Zhejiang. Avec les cases de volcans qu'on pétait, tu sais. C'est un Vésuve que t'as? C'est un Vésuve en vrai.
Non, c'est.
Bon, Géo Taïwan, t'as fait exprès de pas la mettre coastal hein pour ne pas faire le trade?
Parce que toute route était terrestre, on s'en foutait.
Ouais,
ah, ok.
Elle était sur une luxe.
Et la ville était beaucoup plus. Je crois qu'elle était sur une luxe et j'avais pas de luxe et j'avais pas de batte. Moi je voyais toutes mes villes à moins de 2 d'activité.
Okay. Moi j'ai eu 2 settles B2, B3 en 3 tours.
Ah ouais.
Ah ouais. T'avais une belle tempo.
Une sur le riz et une. Bah, je sais pas pourquoi j'ai 3 de bouffe ici. Ah bah c'est. Oui. Elle a pété la rivière. Je pense qu'il faut que je mette un grand bain parce que quand ça a pété là, ça va être dans le mal.
Moi je pense que j'ai fait une erreur, c'est que j'aurais dû mettre ma B3.
La game d'avant les gars, celle que vous remapiez, j'étais parti dans le futur, hein, je vous le dis.
On avait des Godspawn aussi, celle...
celle
que nous remap technique.
Pas celle qu'on a remap nous, mais celle où vous avez un remap technique là, oh là là.
Celle où on a les remap techniques,
on aurait remap quoi qu'il arrive.
On aurait remap, ouais. Mais ça me fait trop mal, hein. Ça me tue 2 de pop, je retourne à 1 de pop avec 2 tours avant de gros. Enfin, je pense que j'aurais gros 1 tour, mais...
You got so lucky with that technical remap.
Yeah.
Ouais, j'avoue.
You should look back on it. You got so lucky, man.
Ouais, voilà. C'est un remap technique châteux parce qu'on a les remaps dans tous les cas, donc...
Yeah.
And in the end, you did not remap this one, so... It did not change anything. But...
Yeah, I don't think you saw each other, right? You didn't see where the other ones were?
I think we had like a very nice placement with the
Russian
so
Chinese, but that's all.
Kinda mad to remap this one.
Yeah.
Il y a eu comme route.
I did want to ask Byzantium why he didn't buy a general when he could attack from Amasia. You could buy one from, like with faith, and instead you bought like a settler.
Boo.
FFA player.
He could have buy one because he wasn't on monumentality second age, so he could have buy one with face.
He's not
Oh, the general.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he wasn't. He didn't want to attack. He wanted to sim and then Axis. It was his game plan from the beginning. I don't know if it was the best game plan, but I think it would have worked. So it's fine.
For the late game, yeah, it worked. I was just expecting that Tagma push at some point against Hungary, and it just didn't come.
Maybe not Hungary, but because it's difficult with the river and the slam the other side of the river, but on the Cree it was pretty easy.
Yeah, on Cree.
I think he could have take free city from the Cree very easily. And I think he is going to take Cree cities anyway.
Il est parti au fait, Speedy?
Well, have a good evening, guys. Thank you so much for allowing me to cast, and see you in the next one.
Bye, Michael.
Congratulations. Bye. So we heard from both teams. We've seen and heard, of course, their strategies over here. They were talking about why they did what they did with the attack on Russia, with Russia admitting that he settled too far over there, a bit too much in the face of his opponent. We also had a reason why Byzantium did not actually want to go for the attack over there with the general. He didn't want to spend that faith on the general. He did go more towards getting his sim up and trying as much as possible to get the stats to go for the next part of the game. We also had strong information that did not see each other at the beginning of the map when they could have actually remapped. There was no reason for them, and that was what was happening over here. China did get good connection with his allies to trade with, especially with Aztec. And he did manage to get his sim up going over there with the Temenaki in the second city with the 5 cities. An attack took out one of the Russian cities and so on and so forth. Managed to do his place in the game. So thank you so much for everything, by the way, guys. Thank you so much for coming up here. Thank you so much for the follows, for the subs, and I do hope we're gonna see each other tomorrow. We got another game tomorrow. SPA, the new team, I believe it is a combination of SAS team with Biking Gang, if I'm not mistaken. And we're gonna see them go against let me actually take a quick peek over here, because I forgot the name. I'm so sorry about this. Let me see. It was D-Sharks. D-Sharks going against SPA on Monday, 1930 GMT. We do have them coming up tomorrow, and I do hope we're going to have a game. And this is the first time, actually, we're going to see SPA show up, and both of them are starting to get the logos. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Closing with an Abon Minehead, and thank you so much for being here. Good Nacht, actually. Have a good evening, sir, and I do hope we're gonna see each other tomorrow as well. So I do hope you're also gonna enjoy the CWC action. There are quite a few streams open, and you can definitely take a peek over there. We might actually see them go for the third games, depending on the results tonight. We're gonna see tomorrow, and of course later on tonight I'm gonna get to update the website and so on and so forth. So have a good evening, everybody, and have some fun with some Civilization 6 content. Bye bye.